Check 1 2 1 2. Rest in peace, Cam Flores. Chicago. Stand the fuck up. Nothing but love and respect. Let's go, man. Casey. Is it game time?
It's game time.
Well, let's get this shit popping then. Let's get this shit popping then. Welcome to Hood Stocks on a Saturday, early evening. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Shit. It's game time, baby. You know how we do this shit. Let's go. Flamingo time. I see you, my dog. Yes, sir. Rated R. Yes, sir. I wanted to give some love. I wanted to give some love to the country of Ukraine, man. They got 3,000 downloads of Hood Stocks this past week. I want to give a shout out to Canada. Downloads, big downloads on motherfucking, we're talking about the digital streams right now. We're talking about the Spotify. We're talking about that. It feels good to be hitting these countries, man. I want to give a shout out to Hungary, man. I want to give a shout out to France, Bangladesh, United Kingdom, Spain, Italy. They're all running the numbers up this week on Spotify, dog. Thank you so much. We love you guys, man. Let's go. Yes, sir. International. Some players with oh, you know. Let's go. Feel good, feel good.
Yes.
Yeah. Chop City on the beat. Chop City, man. Today's a very, very special day, man. Sheesh. Did I forget to mention today is a very special day, Casey?
It's an extremely special day.
An extremely special day. We got a legend in the building, baby. We got an icon in the building, baby. Bay Area, stand the fuck up. We got a legend, baby. Goonies. This don't happen all the time, but when it happens right. With that said, I want everybody to give a warm welcome to JT, the Bigga, Figga. Let's go, dog. Let's go, man.
Salute, Hood Stocks.
Appreciate you, my dog.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, man.
Yes,
Sheesh.
sir, man. Finally made it here, man.
We finally got you here, man. You know what? And I want to do is I want to give a shout out to the man that connected this right here, and that's that man Gold Toes right there. So Gold Toes, salute to you. I know a lot of homies on my side and your side be hating on you, dog. You know what I mean? But you know you got nothing but love and respect right here.
Salute.
And you know sometimes motherfuckers just gotta stay out of grown man's business, because grown man business is what makes this world spin around and shit and make shit happen like this. So
That's
shout out
right.
to Gold Toes for connecting this, dog.
Salute, Toes. Salute. Yes, sir.
It's a businessman, man. You gotta respect the businessman.
Come on, man. You know, he connected dots. He like, you in town, man. Y'all need to link. Period. He told me that.
Yeah, he hit me up last night. I missed his phone call, tapped in with him this morning. I'm glad I tapped in with him early enough so it gave us time to line this up to make sure you were still open, bro, to pull up, you know what I mean?
Yes, man.
And you know, Gold Toes, man, we keep our, you know what I mean? Like we don't publicize our relationship, you know what I mean?
That's right.
You know, cuz it's just grown man shit,
That's
bro.
right. That's
you feel
right.
me?
That's right.
Yeah. And so but he, you know what? Yeah, he's a businessman, but he's a smart dude, because you know the only business he gets out of this is two dudes linking up, and he's just making the connection. Like he don't get no money off this, bro.
That's right.
You know,
right.
like that. He just does it for the love of hooking people up and looking out for motherfuckers.
Yes,
dog.
man. Yes, bro. And I like that about Toes. It's like, it's genuine.
Yeah,
It's genuine. You feel me?
he's a smart dude, bro. I mean, I'll say this, bro. Long life to you, Toes. Straight up, long life to you. But when it's all said and done, your legacy is gonna be crazy, bro.
Yeah.
He's kind of like you a little bit, no?
That's one of my students.
Yeah.
He's one of my students.
Okay. Speak on that.
Actual facts.
Speak on that.
Actual facts. When Gold Toes first got started, he was working with a guy named Charles Kelly. He's from my neighborhood, and at that time, I was helping Mac Dre with the Thiz, you know, doing compilations. He had just got out of prison. So Toes was somebody that was introduced, and I just liked his swag. He was always direct, straightforward. He had a plan to connect with the Mission District and the Fillmore District. But I had already went to school in the Mission, so I was familiar with the LaRassa family from growing up.
Yes, sir.
At the schoolhouse. So by the time it was music time, and then he was somebody that I never knew from the past, but when he was presented and I liked what he was talking about, I say, man, I do one of the first songs on there. It was called Black and Brown, me and this dude named Louis Lowe. And that was the first kickoff.
Okay.
That started our neighborhood as far as it's bigger than just we go to school over here in the Mission District. Like, nah, we connected now. So it was through him.
And that's and shout out to just everything that made that happen, bro. You know what I mean? Like that unity thing. You know what I mean? And that was back in the day, right?
Yes, 97.
And I hate to say it like that. I said that unity thing.
No, that's right.
like it's a, you know what I mean? Like it's something that you shouldn't, like unity is so tricky, brother.
Nah,
you know what I mean? Because it don't last ever too long. You know what I mean? There's like flashes of unity, and it's just like, oh, that shit look good, but bam, it's gone.
You know the crazy part when you say that? I think when it comes from the street side of it, it's more tricky because there's other things that come into place and
100%.
People who have voices that might not feel everything that's happening.
Yes.
But in the industry, those connections, I think, last a little longer because it's less politics, it's more business and artists working together that can create. They get my artists, they get my fans, I get some of his fans. We mixing our audiences to create a bigger impact because it's like, it's not per se like you just trying to cross over. It's just the fact that you open for the interaction so that more people can be tuned in to what you bringing to the table. Like me coming on this podcast probably a shock some people. But others, they'll be like, nah, JT been tied in with the LaRassa family, period.
Yeah.
From up top and down to the bottom. Like, I never play the politics because that's never been my place. You know, I always come with genuine offering myself like I'm here right now.
My dog. Let's go, baby. Respect, my dog. Respect, 100%. We've had some, I'm going to be real, brother. Like, the majority of this audience is a Latino community within Los Angeles right here and the world, obviously. You know what I mean? We got, thank God for that. We've been able to grow. And we're still growing, brother. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But we've had some greats here, man. We've had some greats here. You know what I mean? We've had Dwight Howard from the Lakers on here.
Okay.
We've had Cocaine was just on here.
Okay. Legendary. Legendary.
Cocaine's a fool. I fuck with that dude. He's an animal, bro. Me and that fool every time we've linked up several times since then, bro, and we just go on these mushroom trips, bro.
Oh, y'all been on one?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, yeah.
Yes, sir. But but so you guys have been doing like with and we'll just say the basically like kind of like the Norteños out that way, right? Mm-hmm. Up north. We're talking up north. So you guys have been doing this unity thing for a long time. And then we got the other side of the coin, I like to call it, bro.
Okay.
And then we got down south. Yes. And it's kind of like now I believe that we catching up a little bit. You feel me?
Like
to what you guys have been doing, bro.
Okay.
I think we catching up because we've been a little stubborn down here, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so now I believe that there's a lot of love being shown. Like, let's just talk about Kendrick Lamar putting those homies on, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Putting the Lefty Gunplay, putting the Peso on, you know what I mean? Like, that's huge, brother, on one of his greatest albums, you know what I mean? Coming off of Slaughter from Drake, you know what I mean? Just marking that dude, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, that shit was crazy, bro. So I would say that, we're a little more, 2025, like we'd be fucking.
That's right.
We'd be dumb as fuck not to finally,
come together with some type of general communication, general admiration, general respect for a person and their team pushing, and it's like observing and then becoming familiar with, and then it's less of a shock value. It's more like family orientated. Like for me to come here, it feel like family orientated. 100%. It doesn't come with no filter or come with nothing but the genuineness of what we have right here sitting at this table.
100%, brother. And we're right here in East Los Angeles, and it's a beautiful area, and there's beautiful people right here, bro. But you're here with us, bro. Your family with us, bro.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You come in here safe, you leave here safe.
Yes.
Like bro, like we got you. Homie.
Come on.
Like you the homie, dog. dog. You know what I mean?
Awesome right there. And that make me feel. I feel that coming in here.
Yes, sir. I hope so, brother.
No, I felt it coming in. I'm like, oh, this feel like back up top. It don't feel like no difference because I'm not looking at it like that. I'm looking at the energy that I'm receiving. I'm like, oh, they got to get the best of whatever we got to go through. Let's get it. Whatever we can finna talk about, let's get it.
Yeah. And so before. So some of you cats right here. You know, you guys are saying like, who's JT the Bigga Figga? And then you got your fucking Theo sitting next to you, smacking you up the side of the head, and he's like showing you the phone right now. But you know what? We're gonna get into, if you're not familiar, we're gonna get into that. But I think it's, you know what, bro? I wanted to say this, man. I wanted to say this. A lot of people in the neighborhood, man, they claim to be, I'm the boogeyman, you know, different sections, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of self-proclaimed individuals that have, you know, consider themselves that title, the boogeyman. Yes. But I'm gonna say the real boogeyman in the neighborhood, in the hood, is the feds, bro.
Dang.
Because when the feds pop up, it got the biggest gangsters, bro. Let's be honest, dog. Biggest gangsters, like, I'm not gonna say they scared, bro, but they very, very concerned.
At this moment, I would be too.
Yes, 100%.
This is a moment to have a concern. Yes, yes.
So with that, bro, like, we can't get around it, bro. And I'm not gonna go in depth and speak too much on like, people say, hey, look, that's black politics. You know what I mean? I'm a penitentiary dude, so I understand and I respect when people might say that, because what we're gonna introduce right here is something that's buzzing the motherfucking internet. You guys already know what it is, dog. And it's like, to me, dog, it kind of like, it doesn't scare me, bro, but it's like, oh shit, like, it makes you sit up in your seat, dog, when you hear all this shit going, because, you know, these are our neighbors. Yeah, it's a brother, but it's our neighbors. But what I'm talking about, Casey's gonna go ahead and present. Let's go,
So,
baby.
yeah, March 19th, if you guys know, a giant figure in Los Angeles, Eugene Big U Henley Jr., right, and Rolling 60 Crip members got hit with charges of racketeering and RICO violations, right? Also, allegedly, Henley got murder allegations for a 2021 murder of aspiring rapper Rashawn Williams because of a diss song that Williams put on Henley. Misuse of nonprofit organization money. His nonprofit of Developing Options, which was steering youth away from gang violence.
And this what you're reading is charges on the indictment, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
These are all the charges in the indictment. And prosecutors allege he embezzled the donations for Developing Options, which was his nonprofit. He was also defrauding NBA players, allegedly, Draymond Green, Shaquille O'Neal, embezzling the charitable donations, drug trafficking and fraud. The enterprise is accused of engaging in drug trafficking and fraudulent loan applications. And Big U took to Instagram to deny all the allegations and claim he is innocent via his Instagram.
I saw that video too. I saw the video in like right before he turned himself in, and so everybody and their mama, like, you know, if you from the city, you from the turf, man, everybody has been watching these videos. Like, I've never watched more No Jumper in my life, bro, ever, bro. Like, all these clips popping up. And it is absolutely crazy, brother, that you can listen to some of these interviews, bro, like previous interviews. And I'm not gonna put no name to the interview, bro, but some of these dudes are talking about what's exactly on the indictment charges, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, like, what the fuck, bro? And that's one thing here at Hoodstocks, man. I always try to, like, give the homies a heads up, like, bro, like, you know, sometimes they're young and sometimes motherfuckers are drinking and turned up and, you know what I mean?
Saying certain things.
What would they want to swing the nuts, dog? You know what I mean? But my job right here, I don't give a fuck if you black, you white, you Chinese, you Mexican, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to be like, whoa, hold up, dog. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to do that to yourself, dog, because I don't want people saying, well, Hoodstocks, that dude got busted because what he did on Hoodstocks. I don't want that, dog.
That's right. No, that's exactly right, bro. That's called being responsible, because as a person sharing their experience, it is emotional, and you will sometimes or could go above and beyond. You know, the people watching, this is my time to really let them know that I'm a real stepper or I'm a real killer. Like, the verification part, and I'm not putting this on nobody who is in trouble or anything. I'm just looking at how the rap game got like this. As older guys, I'm 51, you 48, right?
Yes, sir.
So watch this. You know, when you heard about something that had to do with somebody getting killed, the person didn't want their name out there. The person that does this lifestyle did not want it out. That's back in the days. Nowadays, it's I gotta let the streets got to know that was me. I don't get no credit if I killed them dudes. I don't get no credit if I can't brag about it. Like, this is the new. It's something that's from all across the country.
Yeah.
The killers want to be verified.
Yeah.
Verifiable bodies is, and I don't know who started that.
But verifiable body.
Verified. You gotta.
I mean, I don't mean to laugh at that, but damn, you know what I mean?
That's a concept that, as I listen to the young, man, nigga, we can't even verify your bodies anyway. Oh shit, fuck that, nigga. Nigga on little Ray, little Mike, little, and they get to going down the list. So, yeah, watching all this stuff unfold that's being used or what's said.
Yeah.
I seen the guy that supposed to be telling on or Tupac, they charge him. Keith he did something.
Keith he did, yeah.
He said, I admitted this because I needed views.
Yeah.
They should be able to throw this whole case out damn near. I wasn't there. Well, sir, you said you was part of the Tupac. Man, listen, I'm getting paid for this shit.
Yeah.
I asked Adam 22 that yesterday and said, bro, is y'all making shit up, bro, or is y'all talking about real shit? I asked him.
What'd he say?
He didn't really give me the answer in a straight.
Did he bust a Donald Trump?
He said, I want them to be honest, but I didn't ask them to incriminate themselves. But if that's the hot topic,
yeah,
and it's the business I'm in, I can't tell them how far to go or not. Of course, the farther they go, the better for business. He said it on camera. I said, oh shit, okay. Yeah, the verifiable bodies.
I don't want that, bro. That's the difference between me and Adam 22, bro, and that's what a lot of the city don't like about the dude. I mean, and I'm not trying to throw him under the bus. Like he's basically he's this white guy, BMXer, bro, that jumped into this, did great. You know what I mean? Still doing good. You know what I mean? Salute to him on what he built. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Can't take that from him. But if these gangsters are gonna come in and they're gonna talk their shit, he's gonna be like, shit, I ain't a part of that game. I mean, if that's what they gonna do, that's what like he told you, right? You know what I mean?
He kept it real, because I asked him, I say, bro, is this shit real? Is y'all comfortably talking about this? Is it real, or is it juicing it up? These stories of verifiable robberies and killings and all of this, like, is it for views? He says, I can't really say.
And then he got the whack 100 on the side of him saying, I got the phone recording, I just ain't released it yet. And it's like, damn, homie, why you gotta record all these phone calls, bro? Anyways, these dudes are gonna do what they're gonna do, and it's, at the end of the day, it's entertainment. But this entertainment shit is coming with
real life consequences.
Yeah, real life repercussions, homie. That you don't. Hey, do not make this mistake. If you got an interview coming up, don't make that mistake. Let that be the lesson, motherfuckers, dog. I'm telling you, dog. They pay dudes to investigate, bro. But when you're fucking spilling all the motherfucking beans and laying everything out for them, dog, there's nothing to investigate, dog. You know what I mean? God damn it, homie.
Wasting our tax dollars.
Stop it, bro. Don't do that, dog. Ooh, I always tell the homies, I said, hey, dog, all agencies are listening, bro. Don't do it, dog.
I think the element of, if you talking about something you did time for and you did it, I can understand he won his stripes.
No, yeah.
Well, that's what I was saying. You already went to prison for it.
You've been charged for it. It's all good.
Okay.
You can talk about it.
Okay, because they say once they do charge you, they can't come back and charge you again for no more extra details or nothing like that, right?
I mean, you can't get busted for a murder that you're already committed and being convicted of. You know what I mean?
Double jeopardy.
Double jeopardy. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, them team plays where it's multiple people having that conversation is all bad business, and I think that's the part that's violation. Like, if you talking about your own situation, then it's that's cool. Cause you've been in jail for it already. If you don't mind telling your story, go ahead. But talking about open situations, I think that's something that if this is still an open case,
Yeah.
and it's being talked about, you know, yeah, that's. I had to ask him, is this shit real?
And he said, hell yeah, it's real.
He said it's real, but then he says, I don't know how much fabrication can come.
Yeah.
Because I'm listening sometimes for the first time, I'm hearing what the fuck they saying as well. I say, but what about when they be juicing it up though, and you know, because this sounds too, who juices up something that's actually real? And then that's kind of relating to your comment like, well, they was talking about it, and it's in the paperwork now that these is charges tied to what was said.
You know what I'm not.
So,
yeah, no, 100%. And I'm not trying to put a Captain Save a whole cape on me right now, but I'll say this. At the end of the day, bro, it's a lot of people are saying it's Adam 22's fault, bro, but you as an individual, you got to be responsible for your shit. You got to take accountability, bro. Of course, this dude's going to let you jump off the cliff, bro. That's what he created the platform, bro. It's called No Jumper, bro. You know what I mean?
hey,
You got to be responsible for yourself, dog. You know what I mean?
I told him
You know?
that. I say, Adam.
But at the same time, people still, they're going to be like, nah, fuck that dude. You know what I mean? Because these dudes are getting busted now. You know what I
And
mean?
this is in reference into his Luke Kane.
Loose.
Loose,
Cannon.
yeah,
Loose
Loose,
Cannon.
sorry, Loose and Brick Baby, right? That are on the No Jumper.
Nah, he said that
You just in general, right? In general, you were saying you asked him the question in a general question, right? So we spoke on it in general. I think Casey's asking if it's in reference to the two dudes that got busted with the indictment, which is Brick Baby and Loose Cannon. But Loose Cannon wasn't I don't think he was a regular or No Jumper, bro.
I think he was just probably affiliated through. You know, they blog, they talk. You know, they say they exposing shit and doing it. You know, nah, for real though.
No,
but it's
do-
like that's a business. It's
No,
people
100%.
wanna. What did you find out now?
Oh, it does great numbers, bro.
So that's why I
Yeah.
think it's a business, but
It's a risky business.
it come with the repercussions of there's people watching.
Yes.
And we could see the results of these particular activities. It's not turning good, but it's part of business. So how do you walk away? That's kind of like what Adam was saying. Something like, I'm like, I think the new wave ain't gonna be to continue to promote murder and mayhem only, but there's people actually doing shit in these same neighborhoods that's worthy of a story of somebody who come from the environment, maybe prison life.
Yeah,
And
that's
this
what we do right
motherfucker
here.
doing good now.
Yeah.
Why are we not highlighting the guy
That's
who
what we
came home?
That's what we do right here, brother.
Okay,
So you're gonna get familiar with hood stocks, and that's what we do. We have a
Okay.
lot of ex-lifers that come on hood stocks, bro.
Did you hear that? That I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was thinking, I say, bro, the new wave ain't gonna be just, well, how many people you killed, how many bodies you been in prison all your life and all this shit. Nah, bro, I went through this prison shit, I went through the gang shit, but look, I'm running this business, I got this going, I'm helping others get the fuck out.
Yes, sir.
That's the shit that I feel like that's the
That's
next
the
wave
shit
of
that should be highlighted, dog. Is what you're saying, bro. Why
Yeah.
why don't we glorify that, homie? You know
That's
what I mean?
dope as fuck for a motherfucker making out of prison and managing a family out here.
Yeah.
It's people managing families right now.
Well, that's the real fertilization that we need on this planet, bro. You know what I mean? We need that. That's the God fertilization, dog.
Yes.
That's the God
Okay,
fertilization right there.
now we getting somewhere.
Yeah.
That's the whole vibe of what I was trying to say, Adam. I know mayhem is business, but I'm sharing with you because you just lost some guys that was on your team here. I think you need to catch the next wave of adding the shit that the guys who come from this, look at them now.
So
Look at them now, motherfucker. This is
100%, brother. But Adam 22 is the new age Jerry Springer for the hood, bro.
I can agree with that.
And I'm not dissing him because Jerry Springer's a legend, bro.
Shock value information.
Yes.
I asked him about it. We talked. It's gonna be on the next show. I asked him
Were
on
you
the
just
show.
were you just on there yesterday?
Yesterday.
Good shit, bro.
I just was on there and we just had about a 2-hour lingo.
Yeah.
And part of the lingo is this right here.
Yeah.
Look, bro, I'm telling him, I'm like, look, You think God gonna keep blessing the people to get away with doing all this crazy shit and it ain't gonna be no repercussions?
Yeah.
It's a repercussion for black, brown, white, yellow, anybody. God is the real big homie, the big and evil is not gonna prevail forever.
I never clapped this loud in my life, dog. You know what I mean? That's what the fuck I'm talking about, bro.
The evil ain't gonna prevail forever. It was given a time. In a time, you can see that we at the end of the old way of evil is the way, right?
Yes.
But the payment for that evil have not transpired into no longevity of happiness and some real foundation. Many men have gone that we will always have right here with us, but those that's gone that had the vision of change and trying to lift the team, the family, you know, whatever side it is. What about the mamas and the babies? What about the children? There's members that had it in their heart, even in the middle of the war, that might have fallen, but I know there's members in every family that was like, bro, we got to fucking try to get up. Even the Rockefellers or the John F. Kennedy family, they said they was selling marijuana, cocaine, moonshine, and then they switched over from that and got behind his children, and then they became fucking presidents and shit like that. Coming about the dope game, though.
JT, the bigger figures in the building, though.
Graduating to something that the fucking whole world got to respect, but they come straight from like some street shit, just like the families. That's the next phase of what we got to go like, hold on, we might come from this shit, but boy, we got to try to figure out and put our heads together so the family can go further. Because the old way look like it's going to come, the string attached is reeling in quicker. Whatever that fishing shit you catch in the bite, yes, and it lets you wiggle for a minute until you get tired, then it reel you in. Whatever that method, they doing that to the street right now. Let them go for a little bit. We been got you, but just let them go ahead and get a few more guys on the case. Let them wiggle around and go bust some more moves so we can find out who else part of this shit so we can just get as many as we can.
It's so crazy the way the feds work, man. Exactly what JT just said. Is it okay if I call you JT,
yes,
bro?
Sir. Come on.
They had a murder. Like, they had dude for the murder since what, 21? Is that what it
2021, yes.
2021. We were in 25, the beginning of 25, and they just pulled the trigger on the indictment and said, all right, cool, hit the cribs. I mean, you know, like, that is crazy.
From
That's
4
exactly
years
what
ago.
that's exactly what Big Dog just said. Like, that's nuts, dog. They're gonna let a killer run for 4 or 5 years, supposedly innocent until proven guilty, and I hope the man is fucking innocent.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Come on.
Straight the fuck up, dog. I hope they, you know what I mean? Come on now. Innocent until proven guilty. Mm-hmm. But I think the big thing on that case is obviously backed by a hot one, you know? And maybe that's leverage for them to take a deal on this shit over here. And you know what I mean? Like the way the feds work sometimes, but they're going, bro, man, I wanted to tell you this, bro. When you were sharing those great words with us right now, I was thinking about it. I was like, man, when I was younger, I was very close to the devil. I felt like I was, you know what I mean? But as I grew, you know what I mean? And it felt like it was a good thing, you know what I mean, to be close to the devil, you know? But as I've grown and now I'm 48 years old, dog, I'm closer to God, bro.
Yes.
I'm closer to God, bro, you know what I mean? And so but we still have some individuals that get to this age and they're still close to the devil. Like, what the fuck have you been doing with your life, dog? You ain't seen the signs in the road? What the fuck are we doing?
No, that is I think there is no age limit on being in love with the devil still. Because it can go a very long time to the very end. Motherfucker, 89 and finally be like, you know what? I think I love God now.
Yeah.
Or I'm tired of this shit. Like, it's like, some people carry it all the way. But when God, in the name Jesus, getting put in people's heart and mind, and they opening themselves up, man, that word have an impact on people. And some people, the heart ain't hardened with the hardness, so the word bouncing up off of it, but the heart is actually open because it's like, I done been through some pain, I've been through some loss, and I see death and destruction coming for me. The fuck am I gonna keep going this route for if I do got a chance to kind of, or at least I could dip off this road. I clearly see death and destruction for me. Let me dip off to the side right here. What is that? Man, I'm finna get a CDL license.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm about to go figure out construction school. Any fucking thing
Yeah.
that says, that's for sure, I'm finna die or I'm finna be fucking going to jail for life. This for sure, I can see it. Only a fool will want to just keep going. Or, I won't say a fool, a person that's weak in overcoming the ego that the street expect every man to have, a particular ego, I don't give a fuck ego.
Yeah.
If you could overcome that ego within yourself, then you could respect your team, your family, all that. But bro, I got my own vision and dream, and I'm finna fucking go for it, bro.
Yes, sir.
A lot of homies might not love me the same because they don't understand it take how long to get CDL license.
Yeah.
How long it take about?
I don't know, bro, but I'm sure. I mean, does anybody know right here?
CDL license.
Look it up, Casey, one time.
Got you.
The reason why I say CDL, because I heard dudes go from, I couldn't find a job. When I got my CDLs, I use this truck and I'm making X amount thousands in a week to drive all over the fucking country.
Yes, sir.
So that's why I use, that don't sound like you gotta be that smart. You gotta know GPS and you gotta know whatever they taught you about getting CDLs.
Yes, sir. And I know there's a lot of brothers, you know what I mean, from all races that have come out or they have gotten out, we'll say the hood, and you know, now they're traveling the country, brother. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They got the CDL license, man.
They fucking driving.
They're making a great living for their
Some
family.
kind of money is coming off of whatever that CDL shit is.
Yeah.
The people who do that have access to money.
And then but then you got the drug dealers that they used to sell the drugs, and so they changed their life and they got the CDL license. But you know, they drug dealers, so they savvy, they smart,
You still
dog.
think about this?
So now what they doing now, dog, is they drove the truck for a couple years, but they said, nah, dog, I need to own the truck. So now they own the truck, and they're back to the drug money, homie. But it's legal.
It's legal.
It's legal money. You know what I mean, like, bro, you own a truck, brother. You just like send them out on the pass, right, cuz? Send them on the pass,
Send a
man.
truck out
Send them
for
out,
X
bro.
amount of money and let another person drive it.
Yes.
But they still got to give you your cut every
Yeah.
time they pick some shit up.
100%.
It takes about a few weeks to a few months to get it, just depending on the person.
CDL. Huh?
Yep, CDL.
Okay.
God damn it.
Yeah. So that's pretty easy. Like what I did when I got out of the penitentiary, bro, is I got into the union, IBW Local 11. I'm a journeyman electrician for out of LA right here, but for the state of California certified, bro. You know what I mean? I went to school for 5 years for that, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Like I do this just for the love of it, for the streets, and give my boys a voice and shit. You know what I mean?
Come on.
You know, I don't need to do this, dog, but
Yes.
I love it though because it puts me in positions like this that I
Yes.
wouldn't have if I didn't have this. You know what I mean?
Okay. Nah,
You know?
that's right.
You know
That's
what I mean?
right.
Like,
That's right. But you learned that craft though, that's guaranteed money.
oh, all the time.
But you took the time to learn the craft to get the paperwork so they could put your name with the number or whatever that shit to verify you.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
Yes.
it makes it easier for me too, because if I think about it, if I didn't have the job to back this up, then I would have to have something to back this up.
Something else.
Yes.
Yes.
And
I
next
know
thing-
what you
and
mean.
the next thing you know it, Big U is this side of me on the cell, and motherfucking Loose Cannon's over here.
Yeah,
He's
we-
still talking like he's on a podcast.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Nah, that's right. Nah, the element of doing what you feel is necessary to feed the family. Who's to say who's wrong on how a person feed the family, right? Because there's a dark side and there's a light side. Even pastors probably get, oh shit, we made an extra 80,000 this Sunday, this weekend. Let me go buy this Porsche, or let me go get, like, you feel me? What the fuck?
yeah.
You just got an extra 100-some thousand. Now,
Yeah.
that don't mean, I don't know. Churches, they say the pastor, that's his money.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah, yeah.
And he gonna give Jesus,
And that,
or he gonna,
and that basket keeps on getting bigger and bigger every time you passing that bitch around. It's like,
so it's like the personal benefits of
Yeah.
those who are preaching. It's like almost for money.
yeah.
But if you say you with Jesus, you supposed to go help the poor people amongst your congregation at least, right?
yes, sir.
I just saw some news earlier that apparently there was a pastor, I think somewhere in the East Coast or the South, that was murdered outside of a bar over an argument about God.
And his old girlfriend.
Yeah, you saw that?
Yeah, his old girlfriend. They say she shot him, and it's involuntary manslaughter. But as a pastor, we not supposed to be by a bar. I don't think. At 3, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, I don't think. But I'm just using that as an example of it's like we being in this rap game, and I know people probably don't know, my history, but part of my history is like,
let's get into it. Your history.
Yeah, my history is Bay Area, San Francisco. I trained up under Rappin' Forte, Too Short, E40. Those are the founding fathers of my teaching and inspiration, motivation. 1988, Too Short, Rappin' Forte, the song "Don't Fight the Feeling."
Yes.
And by him being from my neighborhood and Too Short being from Oakland and seeing that, witnessing that was the first time that I could say this shit on the radio. I didn't know the difference of radio or I didn't understand none of the business. All I know, he from field mode. Dun 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 dun. Fight the feeling. I say, oh my goodness. And to see that the rapper Too Short even kept going even bigger, right?
Yes.
You see how Too Short looked like he never had a break almost.
No.
Consistent all the way through, right? Up to right now, he like ain't too many rappers drop some and just keep on fucking going like that,
He just
right?
got that signature sound, bro.
And he don't never have the dancers and he don't never switch up none of that, right? So my beginning is watching that. So I took a piece of learning from E40, learning from Suge Knight, Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. I'm learning that, the structures of what type of deal, distribution, marketing. So as a child, I'm asking these kind of questions. The movie Crush Groove with Russell Simmons in them. And I learned if you borrow $5,000, you got to pay the $5,000 back with some interest.
Yeah.
I learned that as a kid. Why? Because JB and them came and beat Russell Simmons up in the movie over the $5,000 that he gave him to help get Run DMC started.
Yeah.
So learning, my introduction is that type of concept of being, I want to be a CEO like Russell Simmons. I want to be like E40. He said he the CEO. He's the executive producer. I see his name on the fucking thing, Earl Stevens. So I'm tuning in. That's my beginning. So showing Master P how to do marketing and promotions after me having a big year with the artists San Quinn, Demo the Youngster, Seth the Gaffler, the GLP, Get Low, like the early 90s, 92, 93, 94.
Get Low was your record label,
That was
right?
my record label.
Okay.
Yes, so Get Low Records, I was, I think 17, 18, 19, 20. Like I grew up having a label. So I got the practice of being an executive producer outside of just me trying to rap and make music. Nah, I learned from E40. I learned from Dr. Dre, Suge Knight, Eazy-E, Eric Wright, Eazy-E. Who is the executive? That's the person that puts the money up. That's the person that get paid first. No matter what's happening, it was always Suge Knight get the money first, then he got to split it with everybody else.
If you felt like it.
And then E40, he split the money with everybody. So I learned I want to be executive. So I think that's probably one of my strongest points outside of me being an artist or a filmmaker. Me and Snoop Dogg made a number of films, and in those films, they're independent concepts. It's not a script. It's not a big budget. It's just me showing him we could make movies without no budget, low budget. So I showed him that. I got an application called Trapflix. If you got an iPhone, if you got an Android, you can download my app, and it's like
Trapflix.
It's like Tubi.
It's an app.
It's an app right now.
Okay.
Called Trapflix, and I would want the people to tap in with that, so that they can see all these movies and films that I put together. And me and Snoop have about 7 films on there. We got shit all the way in Germany, in Europe, Africa.
Snoop said they did 9 in 2 days.
Yeah, I showed Snoop how to make some shit, and you can find it on the app. So,
wow.
Yes.
I'm gonna most definitely after this podcast, bro.
Yes.
In support, you know what I mean. I'm gonna download the app.
Yes.
Trapflix.
Like Netflix.
Okay, but Trapflix. I like
Trapflix.
it. I like it. I like it. You said you put Master P up on game?
Yes, Master P. learned from me in terms of the concept of putting albums on the inside covers. That was something that I started in 94. 95, when we both signed to Priority Records, I wasn't putting any albums out, but he was able to take advantage of putting some albums out first. And that concept of showing albums before they're released as an insert. You remember the
Yeah.
That concept is what I showed him, and then I showed him the place where to go and get the artwork done. So just a few things that I don't take no credit for his success.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm just part of his beginning stages of the process of this is the things you need to do though.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go this route.
And that's the power of being around great minds, you know what I mean? Of greatness, man, because you can just take little pieces like that, man, and you can't lose, man.
Can't lose. He the first person that I've ever known in my life to reach 400 and something million. And don't matter whatever else he ever make again.
Yeah.
But to know and how proud I was that he used to come in my mama house. Me and Master P watched Snoop Dogg movie for the first time. Murder Was the Case that they gave me. Yeah, and then Snoop was on the front like a obituary or some shit. So it was like, oh shit, boy. So I remember getting that, and Pete came over and we watched that movie. And it was no internet at that time, like to go Google this or YouTube that. It was fucking, it was just the fact of everything you need to know is written on the back of this box.
Okay.
So we saw Death Row Films.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, this is a year before we actually signed to Priority Records because we both ended up signing to Priority Records.
Nice.
But to see a fucking movie, Snoop Dogg's movie, Murder Was the Case on VHS and the soundtrack, that was fucking crazy. A VHS, a DVD,
CD.
A CD,
Yeah.
a fucking cassette tape. This whole kit, about $60, $70, $80 to buy this. The DVD was about $20-something.
Yeah.
The CD was about $18, something like that. Cassette is about $12. Yeah, we was $50, $60 in.
Yeah.
To get this whole bundle. So, me as a filmmaker, watching Master P develop into what he did, it was like, this is fucking great. We was some struggling artists together. That's like somebody who played with Jordan in college. They didn't make it, but Jordan made it. You still be like, shit, I played in fucking college.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, absolutely.
Look, I didn't make it, but nigga, me and Jordan was on the same high school together.
Well, people want to hear that story, bro.
People want to hear the fucking story.
100%, they want to hear the story, though.
So,
Just like we want to hear this right here. You know what I mean?
Look, it give me the inspiration and motivation to say, look, JT, that wasn't your moment for the $400 moment. That wasn't it.
Yeah.
But this software that you into called Trapflix that you the owner of, and you over all the content, and you own the trademarks and the domain.
Yes, sir.
And the coding is original. You can go from being a guy telling a story about Master P with his 480 million to finalizing and creating something from this and hooking up with the right people, where software can make you a billionaire.
Yes, sir.
Like fucking Snapchat, some shit came out. Take a picture of the coochie and then it disappears in 5 seconds or some old shit. Like, who the hell thought of that? And then it's sold for billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Take a picture of your balls. Take a picture of some titties. Take a picture, and it will disappear. You can show your fucking.
Yeah.
That shit sold for some billions. You should Google what did Snapchat sell for and how fast. That shit is amazing.
Yeah.
So that is the concept of me as an old school rapper who come from generation to generation. Like I'm so many generations from the 90s. We in 2025. What makes me relevant? Well, I'm in some of the hottest movies that I've created and it could be found on my app. That's one thing.
Yes, sir.
The rappers like Young Thug and Migos and Future. Well, you could see these guys in my movies before they ever blew up. They was with me. You can come to California and see the game in some of these artists with me, Young Buck and them with me before 50 Cent. before Dr. Dre. JT, how the fuck did you know? Well, I didn't. I just took a chance to work with these dudes, and bam. So seeing others blow before you shouldn't make none of you guys out there feel like, oh man, he blew up before me, oh fuck, and now you pushed out of shape. No. That's the evidence that you keep your hand in the pot and wait your turn so that you can get your blow.
Yes, sir.
And it might be something different.
Yes.
I don't think I could become a multi-millionaire right now off of anything in the rap game, but I think I could become a multi-millionaire through software right now with the right clients and the right motion from what I invested in. I got people in Africa working with this, people that's in South America working with this. People,
Trapflix. When you wake up in the morning, you know what first thing you're gonna think of?
Come on. Trapflix. Let's get it.
Trapflix.
Trapflix,
Hey,
man.
you having a seizure right now? Trapflix.
That's right. And guess what? I only went to the 9th grade of school, so if you come on Trapflix and see anything misspelled, I did that and forgive me. But I'm being real. But the software works, you know.
Yes.
But if you see something misspelled, that's on me. Don't hold me too much, because you gotta say, well, you know what, the motherfucker got an app out and it's working and it's in his name, it's his coding, but that word right there, it's definitely misspelled.
Yeah.
Somebody pointed it out to me. I say, bro, I only went to the 9th grade though, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck what's misspelled, is the shit working? He say, yo, shit working good though.
Yes, sir.
So don't never give up, y'all, if you fucking didn't graduate.
Well, sometimes I misspell things on purpose just to make sure they're paying attention, dog.
You gotta pay attention.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know?
Yes, sir.
You know, like, what the fuck was it? Oh, it's autocorrect, dog. You know what I mean?
Autocorrect.
Now you blame it on autocorrect.
Come
you
on,
know?
come on. Yes.
You got game started, huh?
Yes.
You was signed to your label, huh?
Yes.
Before he went, huh?
Before Game ever was on a mixtape anywhere, I put him on his first project with a rapper named Nas Escobar. Y'all know Nas from the East Coast, Queensbridge, you know. I found Game February 14, 2002. About a month or two later, I flew him from Compton up to Fillmore District in San Francisco, the Bay Area. I had a producer named Shanti. I paid him for about 32 beats. And I gave all the 32 beats to the rapper The Game. I paid for the studio time. I had him on Market Street in Market and Fell Street at the Holiday Inn. Yes, I'll never forget. I paid the bill at Holiday Inn. I paid for the studio time with a guy named Ghazi from Empire.
Oh, a Ghazi.
Ghazi from Empire.
Damn.
Yes, and then that was Ghazi's first big project. Before he ever had anything, he was sleeping in his fucking car. Shout out to Ghazi. Sleeping in his car, but he was paying his studio rent. And I was one of his first big clients bringing the rapper to Game. Game was nobody at that time. So this is, you know, what you call the seminal stage that began his career. He never had any demos recorded. This is his first recording of anything in the studio is what I did. And
what a trip that a brother from the Bay Area gave him the alley-oop, not someone from down this side.
yes.
You know, it kind of works like that sometimes.
It'd always be somebody you least expect, and it'd be from somewhere you probably wasn't expecting. Like,
100%.
yup, that's what make me travel the land now. That's what make me travel to different cities, because I meet somebody like you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this motherfucker got the flavor, the energy, you feel me? And it's a good
Yeah.
connect. So
Yes, sir.
I'll be happy, because as we move through time, we'll always remember this moment of
100%.
how we got our first
we
little
connected,
introduction.
baby.
Exactly.
We connected.
Yes, sir.
The bridge is built.
Come on, the bridge is built.
Use it anytime.
Come on, man. Yes.
Just don't call me 3 o'clock in the morning. Fucking coke
No,
the fuck out. You
I
know what
can't do that. Not. I'll be respectful. I will respect.
I was saying that about me, bro. I'm saying about me, bro. I'm wild out for
Yes,
a minute,
mutual.
but I got my
It's
shit. I
mutual.
got my shit together, bro. I promise.
Yes.
Wow, bro. How is it being in you know what's crazy, bro, is because I get off the phone with Gold Toes earlier today, and I just wanted to get refreshed on some of your, you know what I mean, your music, right? Type it in. everything pops up, right? I mean, you've been around for a long time, bro. Of course it does, right? And you also got the Trapflix YouTube, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the Trapflix YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, motherfuckers. Don't play
Yes.
with it. Yes,
Come on.
we got to plug everything right here, baby.
Come on.
My audience is now your audience.
Come
dog.
on,
I mean,
man.
But Snoop Dogg, Mr. Snoop Dogg. I mean,
Mr. Dog.
he was talking about, you went to Africa with him, and he was talking about, bro, you tell the story, but he was talking about a VW bus. He said, the driver said, don't open the curtain.
And JT had to open the curtain. That was 2007. He took me to Nigeria. He had a show with Jay-Z, Beyonce, Sierra.
Wow.
Memphis Bleak, I remember him being there. And then Snoop Dogg. Going there, he's right. When he was saying, as soon as we got there, the Africans told all of us black people, whatever you do, do not go outside the compound. Don't go. Don't go outside. You stay in here. Inside the compound, they got McDonald's, Burger King, American food.
Okay, so explain the exact the compound.
A compound is a gate with some motherfuckers, police niggas with some machine guns, standing at the front gate and at the back gate.
Oh shit!
Because they don't want nobody coming in fucking with their money, fucking with their tourists, fucking with the black Americans. They're here to spend money. This is Jay-Z. This is fucking Beyonce. So they got their guards, but it's a compound where it's like I'm still in America. So why would I want to come to Africa to be on a fucking compound with all the people out there? I'm looking out the window, it's fucking popping out there. So I sneak out. And I want to go meet some villagers and meet some people. I need to meet, where the hood, take me to the hood, you feel me? So I go out and I meet some people and they bring me to some hood. They took me to their mosque. I knew how to pray.
You're Muslim, right?
Yes, yep. I knew how to pray.
Yes.
So that made them even more tuned in, like, oh, he know how to pray. Yeah, I know how to do my ablution. So I'm in another village, but through Islam, it made it easy for me
To connect.
straight to connect. They could, some of them could talk English, some of them couldn't. But I was talking to them. I'm like, well, what can I help you guys with? And they were talking about water, food, and shoes or clothes or something, like anything that can help, right? So the money Snoop spent with me, I said, well, I'm gonna just spend this money that I just made. I'm gonna spend it and help all these people right here, as much, many people I can help. So after doing that, after going to the mosque with them, I told them we're gonna do this concert, and then after the concert, we're gonna come back. But when we finished the concert, the people was like, well, we wanna leave. We don't wanna go to Abuja, which is another city away from Nigeria. But they was talking about, man, they might kidnap you over there. So they was trying to scare Snoop. But I'm like, bro, these are people, bro. I didn't went and talk to the head dudes. And so after the concert, all of them came to the hotel and had that motherfucker surrounded. But they wasn't there to do harm. They just wanted to say hi.
Yes, sir.
That was it. And then I went out there and told them, like, hey, we got to get to the airport. Y'all gonna have to clear the path. They calmed down and cleared the path and let us get up out of there. But they was around the van like, hey, Snoop, hitting the windows and shit. So the driver like, oh my God, why did you do that? I'm like, oh no, I know these people, but I didn't know them like that. I just met them. But I paid for all their water and food. They like, shit, we fucking with JT.
Yeah.
Nah, that was awesome. Shout out to Snoop Dogg, man, brought me to Africa. And then every time he take me to a new country, I do the same thing. I want to go meet the villagers. It's like an adventure. Fuck it, I don't want to be no tourist. I want to go to where the fucking people at.
A lot of people use that. The real one. He a real one. He a real one. That's a real one right there, dog. You know what I mean, get it right, dog. That's some real shit right there. Real people do real things. I mean, you sound a little fearless, sir. I mean, what made this man? Would you consider yourself fearless or just a risk taker? Or
I would say risk taker, because fearless, I'd be probably wrong, because I do have fears. I do have concerns. But
yes,
risk taker, I'm willing to risk it.
Yes.
When I moved to Africa, I moved into some rough trenches, but I'm like,
why did you move to Africa?
I got invited there, and when I saw the impact I remembered I had with Snoop in 2007 and 2017, 10 years later, a different part of Africa invited me that knew my story. It fucked me up that Africans knew about me. I didn't know that the internet and all that shit was over there the same way as it is over here. I didn't know that they had record stores back then. They had record stores that had our CDs that made it to their CD shops, and made our cassette tapes made it to their cassette tapes, because at one point cassette tapes were still big in Africa, and or CDs.
Yeah.
Right? So they wanted me to come and participate in a place called Burkina Faso to help their young population that was leaning towards, when you can't get a job, you lean towards terrorism. You lead towards gang life and terrorism as your new family, camaraderie, a place to sleep maybe, and possibly even food, but you gotta go hit licks and you gotta do what the fuck they tell you to do. You become the property of either it's Islamic gang or it's a regular street gang, like how America got gangs where the big homie runs this section over here, and goddamn it, you looking for protection, you want to be on our squad, then here's the requirements. So they wanted music to be an option. They wanted the independent game, everything that I'm popular for here, they wanted me to help promote that there to their youth. And that's how I got to Africa.
How long were you there for?
I was there for 3 years and 3.5 years.
How is it to, like, from the United States, right, the richest, greatest country in the world, which a lot of people say, right? You know, but then to go to Africa, like, is it a huge culture shock? The living situation just fucking night and day. Like, tell me a little bit. I'm a little interested in that, brother.
Man, first of all, the culture shock is, I would think, seeing people that's black but talking a different language.
Okay.
French or African. French is the colonization language that was given to them. So they got
100%.
colonized, okay? Yeah. Then they have their own language of the African. When they don't want them to know what the fuck they talking about, they got another language that they operating off of too.
Yeah.
Then you got English. So English, that might be probably the weakest language out of all three.
Being used out there.
Yeah, but that's a way to communicate and generate income from the people like me who come into their country.
So you kind of want to learn that then?
Then you got to know some English, so if you can catch some American dollars, because French is a big language that Africans and Europeans use.
Okay.
French, the French language. So that's a barrier for them to be able to communicate through West Africa. Through East Africa, they using Swahili, as it's either Swahili, English, or their traditional African country. So me moving there, the biggest shock was communication first. The second shock, but it made it exciting, is, God damn it, this is a whole village right here. Shit, I never saw a fucking village. They built this shit out of mud and fucking sticks and shit. And they got fucking doors and they got rooms and they got, but it's all made from mud and fucking trees and.
Oh, you were living like that?
I didn't live in that environment,
but that was
that is the environment. When I leave my house, that's where I'm going to hang out at.
Okay,
is this environment? They had an environment of houses and apartments and condos. I lived in that environment.
Okay,
but I didn't like to hang in that environment. All the action is in the fucking village, in the trenches. That's where everything that you would want is not over here where the fucking rich people at. They're not hanging out over here. They hanging out over here. Ain't no corner stores over here. Corner store is over here in this village.
What was one of the greatest, most powerful things that you learned while there in Africa?
The most powerful thing I learned is that water is life. And that the biggest blessing I got in Africa is God blessed me to build 3 different water wells in 3 different locations where water was fucking needed. And it was free under the fucking ground.
Good shit, man.
I never knew that water was free under the ground until I learned.
How far do you gotta dig?
You gotta go 300 meters to get the pure. You want that candy coated pure. 300 meters. There's no cut on it. There's no cut on it. Now, lower budget people might go 100 meters, 150.
What is the meter compared to the foot?
3.
3.
So like 900 feet
Okay.
is the pure candy. It's candy down there.
Man, that's deep, bro.
But the rock in front of you, your drill bits have to be high level because that's where the gold at. That's where the candy at. Yeah, 900. Now my first one I did, it was 150 meters, so that's like 450 feet.
Yes, sir.
And it was a hand pump. Okay, a hand pump is not having to use the motor for the sucking, like to suck the water that's deep down.
Yeah.
You got to have a motor, either gas run or solar power or hand pump. Hand pump is the suction where you got to pump it 3-4 times and then the water start coming out because the air pocket of the pump. But I didn't like that. The grandmothers and shit was having a hard time. So my next one, I went, man, give me the solar power with the little fucking the motor on it that sucked the water up.
Yeah.
And every time your tank get low,
It fills it up.
the solar power turn the thing on, suck the water up, so it always stay full. So I learned that water is life. Without water, the fucking donkeys ain't gonna be happy. The cows ain't happy. The fucking sheep, the chickens even like water. And you and your wife and kids not gonna be happy without clean water. So the moment that these wells were paid, these people were able to start planting their seeds in the fucking ground just with a little water and a little seed. The motherfuckers start growing shit.
Bro, this is how high I am right now, bro. And thank God that I'm high right now, bro. Because I was thinking, bro, this is how high I am, but thank God I'm high because I'm not gonna thank God, I'm just gonna say thank you for being high to me. No, hold on, let me get this together real quick, bro. So you said first 300 meters, and then we did the multiplier by 3, which made 900 feet. And I'm glad he broke that down to me because the first thing that popped in my head, I was like, damn, 900 feet down to put that bucket all the way down like that? You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm thinking of a well from like motherfucking.
Yes.
Yeah, like
You thinking the wells
I'm
from
thinking like
grandma and them.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so the technology is
Bingo.
dumb as fuck, and I apologize about that. But I just want to be transparent and thinking like, bro, this is how a lot of us might be like not understanding the actual in depth of a well. You know what
Yes,
I mean? Like
a
900
well.
feet is crazy to get the pure.
The pure. Now you can capture at 100 meters, 150.
But it's a little chocolate milk or what?
There's what's the word? What's the stuff that be in water that they got to clean out? No, it's a name of something that's like not chlorine. It's a word of stuff that be in the water.
I know what you're talking about, bro.
That you don't want in the fucking water. No,
Look at this guy. This guy's fucking
I'm like, besides chemicals, or is it rock?
It's,
Or is
it's something natural that could be part
what
of
gets removed from water? I mean,
Yes,
This dude's like,
yes.
look it up.
The water. You're gonna when you Google it, what comes in natural water? What's the dangers of drinking natural water from a well?
E. coli or something, or it's something
Not
weird.
E. coli. It's another word. It's something that's like a mineral inside of the water.
We're gonna find this.
I'm gonna find if this is the last thing I do right here.
Nah, because one thing. Because if you drinking it,
algae. Someone
Okay,
say
so
no.
the different contaminants. They said there could be sediment and particulates, sand, salt, clay, rust, iron, manganese, calcium and manganese, hydrogen sulfide, bacteria, microorganisms,
I think it's a hydrogen sulfide. No.
nitrates, arsenic.
arsenic. That's the word.
Okay, there we go.
Arsenic is 100.
There's
That's the word.
8 more. There's 8 more.
But
yes.
it's some more shit though, right? It's
Arsenic,
some more.
huh?
But the one that I knew was that you don't supposed to drink something that got this in it was the word arsenic.
Okay.
And that was at 100 meters.
It's
So
a
that's like
toxic.
300 feet. That's like
Yeah.
300 feet.
So the bad shit floats to the
the
top.
bad
huh?
shit, the better water is easier to get. Okay, now some Africans, the well that's available, it will be not so much of a machine that drug it, but it be people using their fucking hands where you can dig and hit a pocket of water where the dirt is still right here, but you keep digging and then the water starts to get clearer because they came up with a method to use their hands to take the film off the water. As I'm digging,
Yeah.
the water getting cloudy, right? But the deeper I'm digging, the more water that's coming. When the water go up a little bit more, I'm taking the top part and I'm skimming it back with my hands. I'm only going right at the edge of the water just so I can get this fucking film off, right? And then I use my bucket to get the cleanness of the clean of what I can get using my hand. Bro, listen, the method of survival, when your mouth is dry for water, that is some shit that, and then it's hot.
Yeah.
Now I see when they be like, hey, a certain amount of days without water, you die. You're gonna die. It ain't gonna be no long days. It's gonna be some days, but you can die depending on how well your body is. I say, man, so he say water is life. Just know that. If I don't learn nothing else from Africa, in America, there will be a time, and I can't say what day or when, but I don't think it's far, when they make the announcement and say, don't drink the tap water, some shit done got in there.
Yeah.
Don't take a shower with this particular water, it's some shit done got in there. When that happened, when fear come of us fucking with the goddamn tap water,
Yeah.
now what's the next water we going for?
Okay, yeah. Bottled water.
$10 a bottle. Imagine that type of inflation. $25, wow, nigga, I got the pure, this ain't been touched. This particular same bottle right here, the value of this gonna go up.
We talk about Africa, right?
In Africa, but I'm saying America coming here.
In general.
There's things that's coming to America that we've never experienced that have to do with something just like this right here.
Just as simple as a bottle of water.
If we start stacking this right now, you and your family doing better. Why? This is fucking life.
Yes.
I didn't never look at that. So now I tell my wife and my children, look, we need to get a pallet of water.
Yes.
All that just having 10 bottles shit is cool, but if the fucking announcement come and they like, don't drink this, don't touch that water. Like what happened in Flint, Michigan.
Yeah.
When they found dead bodies and car engines in the water supply. You heard about that shit?
But why was that? What was that doing in there? Why was dead bodies in car?
Somebody put dead bodies to contaminate
the water.
The water fucking system coming to the black community, bro. Somebody.
It was deep, but it was actually pretty deep.
That's
It's
deep.
all
Dead bodies that been fucking decomposing. This water go through the filter, then go to all these houses where the black people at. People getting legions from showers, different. So just imagine that shit happening in California.
I want to say
through economic collapse, it could happen.
They keep talking about the power going out and shit.
I heard a little bit about that. That Flint, Michigan?
Yes, Flint, Michigan.
The water
dead
was
bodies
like,
and car parts and shit.
The water, when you open the faucet, was like this murky color.
Man.
It was crazy. I don't know.
That
Obama
shit
said he was
happened
gonna
in
fix
real
it.
life, and it never got fixed.
Never
to
got
this
fixed
day,
to
right
this
now.
day.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't happened out here yet, but it could be a dead body. Not to say it is, but in the fucking water supply, engines, car parts.
I mean, hey, they put fluoride in water, but it's a no neurotoxin.
Can you dig a hole anywhere and get water? I mean, I don't want to sound a little bit retarded, but I am a little bit. But can I dig a hole right now and get a well right here?
I think
is there water everywhere?
That is the part at the depth that we just discussed.
Yeah.
The sweet spot is the 900 feet.
Okay.
That is 300 meters.
So below the
down.
below the earth crust, there's water.
There's water. There's lakes and rivers under it. When you see Africa or you see this dry ass land, right?
Yeah.
But as soon as this fucking machine got the drilling, the water will start squirting up like a goddamn, like, you know how oil field is?
Yeah, motherfuckers are going crazy, huh?
Yes. Yes,
like
bro.
busting a fire hydrant almost.
Yes. The fucking water squirting out the ground.
Wow, bro.
It's dry on top, but the fucking water. So I was wondering, why don't the government just pay for drilling of fucking free water wells to help their people?
Yeah, why
you know why? Capitalism has reached Africa. They don't give a fuck about no starving motherfuckers. Buy this water from us.
Zero-sum game.
Hell
Capitalism.
yeah, nigga, they don't give a shit. And it's black people selling to black people. Give a fuck about no poor. I could dig a well right now, and then you be having free water coming out the ground, and that's fucking up just fucking up the money.
Where's the love at, bro?
Yeah, it's fucking up the money. And that's just in Africa, bro.
Did you see any Chinese influence there when you were there?
They had their own neighborhoods.
Wow, tell us about that,
What the
please.
fuck?
Yeah, the
The
Chinese are
Chinese
big
people,
in Africa
they
because they're taking
loan
resources.
money.
Yeah.
That you can't pay back.
What do you
Whoa.
mean?
Okay, I'm finna loan you $7 million. And you're like, oh, fucking, this is great. But if you don't have a way to make $7 million to give it back, you about to owe after the after you finish spending it, after you been took your wife to the goddamn Bahamas, you got your children, new cars.
Yeah.
$7 million is a lot, right?
Yeah.
But $7 million can be gone in a matter of months if you a heavy gambler. Imagine you be gambling 100,000 at a time.
Yeah.
On dual FanDuel or one of them goddamn, you betting shit. You losing though. Not that you winning.
Yeah.
That type of money, there's men in the rap game that got checks for $5 million and that shit was gone.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That shit was gone.
So what are the Chinese, what are the deals, basically?
They give you a shitload of money.
Uh-huh.
You give them access to minerals. The minerals might be gold. The minerals might be oil. The minerals might be diamond mine, depending on what country. But they loan you enough, but you don't really have the means to pay it all back. So interest fees over delays is what keep you in continual debt because you have been able to collect this money, but the amount of money that you're paying back toward the principal and the interest, you know how a car loan, all right,
Yeah.
you're gonna give me this car, it's $50,000. But if I pay payments, I'm paying $120,000 in payments.
Yep.
Yeah.
They hope you never pay it off. They want you to keep paying the note until the end of this thing.
Yeah.
So China will say, we'll give you, $1 billion. Now, you don't got enough stuff to pay the $1 billion back. But if they let us take this gold and these oils and these diamonds up out your ground, we don't really got to tell you how much we're making.
Yeah.
We just know through this deal, you give us access to this land right here where the trucks come back and forth every day. That means a pack is leaving here every single day. And I watched that shit in Africa.
That's what we heard of the cobalt fields. But the
That's the
Chinese
same
own the
thing.
cobalt
That's the
fields,
same
which
thing
is in
in
all
Congo.
electronics in the Congo.
Is that why cobalt is fucking China? The tools too, right?
No, well, cobalt's like a mineral that
Oh,
you need for
it's-
electrical components.
You're right. You're
yeah.
right. I'm sorry about
Cobalt
that.
is the stuff that
For
makes
batteries
the iPhone.
and stuff. Yeah, for batteries and stuff.
Lithium.
Hey, get that weed away from him.
I was at Lowe's the other day, bro. I was at Lowe's and I got myself a hammer, a cobalt hammer. Bro, that's been one of the stupidest things. I said in
The
Lowe's.
cobalt hammer shit might have had some power in that motherfucker.
Yeah, but cobalt is a material.
Yeah.
It's a
It's a
metal.
rock. It's like a
metal.
rock.
Yeah, it's a rock.
Well, it's the stuff, it's in rocks.
Okay, but they extract to make this type of metal.
Metal,
Yeah,
yeah.
with
And
their
are they
bare
using it in
hands.
different things, right?
The
They doing
Africans
it,
are in
yeah.
there with their bare hands, bro.
Now the Africans doing it with bare hands.
With babies on their backs, deep in these holes.
and that shit is
With
that-
babies on their backs?
Yeah, with babies on their backs. It's
Babies
crazy.
on the back.
It's a humanitarian issue, bro.
It's a humanitarian issue. The man is hitting it
Fuck a
right on
baby
the
on the
head.
back, bro.
He's hitting it on the head, bro. He
And
told
he's-
the truth.
And yeah, Chinese, you
He
know
told
that
the truth.
you sold your land for a couple million
Yes, a
when
couple
they're
million.
making trillions and China's making trillions
Yes.
plus.
Who's the country we got to worry about? Is it China, bro? China, we got to worry about China? Or is it Russia? I know it's not Iran.
I think I want to give it to China because they make the plastic bottles. They made this microphone. They made that machine. They made these damn cameras. I think if they might have a secret chip, right?
yeah.
The fuck you pay me chip, meaning that the money that America owes them some money too.
Yeah.
Okay? America don't pay this money, all y'all iPhone cutting off. Same
Wow.
day.
Yeah.
One button, everybody iPhones off. You think you got an Android? You out of here too. We got the button for that motherfucker too. Nah, think about it. iPhone beefing with Google or Android, right? For years.
Samsung.
Them motherfuckers using the same type of shit, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for the longest time, the Chinese didn't give. The Chinese American tech companies didn't give Chinese access to their algorithms because they were scared China was going to take it. So Google has not been in China. I think no American tech companies are in China. So they basically just get their workers or their people who work as double agents to work high up in these companies and steal all the data
for
the Chinese businesses. Exactly.
Put it on the thumbnail. Put it on your thumb drive.
yeah.
Like that nigga. What's his name? Eric Snowden.
Oh yeah.
Snuck out
Snowden.
America with every fucking.
He worked at the NSA and he took all that data that revealed things that the American CIA was doing and NSA was doing.
Yeah, he squeezed all that shit on the thumbnail, man, and walked on out with a Rubik's Cube. Whole world looking for this motherfucker. He's over in Bangkok somewhere.
He's in Russia. Snowden's in Russia.
Oh, Russia. Yeah.
He's
They
in
like,
Russia.
you good over here, bro. Kick back.
I mean, unfortunately, we don't know if he probably shared the information with the Russians,
He
which
did,
would make
man.
him a
Come
traitor.
on, man. He's dead.
So yeah, he's
not coming back here.
Yeah, he's never come back here.
He's not coming.
He's a dead man.
Yeah, I think about, there's so much. I mean, I kind of been a little bit of paying attention politics and the way the world and everything like that, like the Panama Canal, man. You know what I mean? China might have a little bit of beef,
So I believe BlackRock bought.
Well, no, they're in the process of potentially getting it.
Oh, they didn't. The deal's not finished.
The deal's not finished.
I heard
bro.
China's mad at the.
Trump wants BlackRock because it's an American-owned company.
American-owned company that, has basically a hold in every American corporation on this earth. But they've purchased from they purchased parts. I don't know, something about ports in the Panama Canal from this Chinese-based company, and the Chinese Communist Party is very angry about that deal.
Yeah, they're mad.
They want their money back.
And because they
They
want
want to be in control of that.
They want to be in control.
Port.
Yes, because as
port.
tariffs are coming, well, basically what they're doing is shipping all the
They ship it through there or
to
they
Mexico.
Can go, but whoever control that could talk about the price point.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes, you want to be in control of that.
So
It
either
makes-
that or you got to go all the way around South America, and that's gonna take 2 more weeks to cut it.
Yeah. So
It's a long
it's
journey.
key to own that. Hey. Yeah.
Hey, you want to pay some bills right
Let's
now?
pay some bills real quick. Let's take a quick break. I want to pay some bills real
Come
quick.
on,
dog.
pay some bills, baby.
Yes, sir. Let's get these bills real quick.
Yes, sir.
Bop. Where we at right here? All right. Hey, P Games. We are sponsored by Shockaware. More than streetwear, it's culture, lifestyle of individuality, and self-expression through clothes. I want you guys to go to shockaware.com. Shockaware.com. Use Hoodstocks 15. Get yourself 15% off. Looking for some good quality cannabis? Quality cannabis. Hip the folks at Killakush. They specialize in bringing you the best quality available from OG to exotic. They got
it all, baby.
Yes, sir, and I want you to follow them on Instagram, Killakush. Man, shout out to Killakush. I love you, man. I love you guys. You guys been rocking with us for years, man. You guys are our #1 sponsor. You already know what to do, baby. Follow them on Instagram, baby. Go to Instagram, and it's killakush.Los Angeles. We also and then you can go to Drip Fits Apparel in Whittier for the latest Killakush merch drops located at 13800 Leffingwell Road, Whittier, California. We're also sponsored by Ozempic Vince. Ozempic Vince, man, is going to get you right, dog. If you're overweight, he got he won't get you skinny. You know what I mean? You want to get buff, he got the shit to pop. You know what I mean? The TRT replacement, baby. Sometimes you need that shit, especially when you get in your 40s. I mean, your shit starts declining. And anyways, 714-269-1900. You got low testosterone, Nito? Yeah, because you look like you got a little low testosterone. Nito, get this number, 714-269-1900. And while we're at it, shout out to Eastside Weed Miles, baby. Let's go. Yeah, calling all bakers and chefs, upgrade your kitchen with Origin Bakery and restaurant equipment. Top quality ovens, mixers, and more at unbeatable prices. Perfect for your next culinary creation. I want you to visit Origin today at South Omani or check them out online. Origin Bakery Equipment, 626-579-3580. Hey, we're also sponsored by Prime Equity Mortgage. All right, you ready to get a crib? Shit, yeah, it's time to get a crib, dog. It's time to raise the fuck up. I think the economy's getting better. The gas is down. The eggs are down. You know what I mean? Hey, dog, I had 6 eggs this morning. I'm balling, bro.
Christ.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, I was eating them raw. I was eating them hard boiled. You know what I mean? The eggs are down, dog. So I said I need an egg prepared every single way you can prepare an egg, dog. You know what I mean? Yes. I even laid an egg. You know what I mean? I ate so many eggs, I laid an egg. Jesus. With that said, time to get a crib. I want you to contact. Would you stop coughing, little man?
Don't make a cough drop, please.
With a little torso? Little man with a little torso. Okay, here we go. I want you to call Andrew, 626-825-6565. Hey, you ready to, it's tax season. The fat white girls got a boyfriend right now, and you got yourself a check. Okay, I get it. You need yourself a Cuban link, dog. You need some custom shit. You know what I mean? Well, D. Leo, the jeweler, is my guy. He lives in a loft, downtown LA, in the jewelry district. He's gonna get you the best plug, and his number is 323-899-0001. We're all sponsored by Rottweiler Mafia, all right? The best Rottweiler breeder in the United States. Call him today, 424-666-9929. We also got a criminal defense attorney on retainer. His name is Doug Sherrod. He's the best criminal defense attorney in the city of Los Angeles. Do not play with it. If you want to reach him, you can reach him at
KingKongLawyer.com. Let's go.
I don't know why I was like running out of motherfucking breath right now or something, dog. It's having a little bit of a. Who we got right here? I see Lucky loves Wevels. Thanks, dog. I do. Lucky always punks Casey. No, dog, that's not true. Lucky, please don't abuse your coworkers. Okay, just kidding. Si se pueda. Podcast. Bro, am I abusing you?
No, I don't think.
What the fuck?
I mean, I was getting down on my hands and knees cleaning these damn tables earlier, but I don't think that's abuse.
Nah, it's just doing your duty, baby. Lucky loves when Casey says, "Daddy, I'm home."
They were saying, hey, who was that? They were saying earlier, bro. I read it.
They were like, "Hey, who's that? Tyrese from Bay?
Baby boy.
Yeah. Bro, how you look so young, bro? You look younger than a motherfucker, bro.
Man,
You know what I mean?
I thank God, man. I think, people always say it, and I be like, damn, I do look like the old days. Like, I guess I'm so hungry, I'm going to get old once I get the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so hungry right now. I think that's what keeps you young. Your hunger level.
Let me ask you this question. So you feel like you haven't got the bag that you've always been chasing?
No,
you haven't.
No.
But everybody else around you has been getting the bag. How does that feel?
It
And you
feels-
talked a little bit about it too. But how does it? Okay, let me rephrase the question because you did talk on that. How when you're still around all these great people that you're instrumental in some point of their life,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Where does that put you? I mean, how does it work, bro? When you have rich friends, let me ask. There you go. How does it work when you have rich
the
friends?
angle of understanding, and this is very important, that the God that blessed and authorized their rise, that had to come from God. Either he put them there or he allowed them to be there. It's two angles
Let's go.
from that God perspective.
Like they were born for this.
For you to see them in their greatness, it takes development in you and your own heart not to have envy and jealousy for the next man that take flight before you. There has to be something in you that holds you back from that emotion that can creep up in a man's mind. Damn, man, that motherfucker got the car I wanted, or that man got the house I wanted, or maybe he got a girl and look at him and his family with his little kids and shit, man. I want that same thing. Many men have died over just being successful and somebody killed them because of jealousy and envy.
Yeah.
So learning that, I learned that from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He said, you gotta want for the next man what you want for yourself.
Did you learn that from him personally?
I learned that from him personally.
Wow.
Not that he stood with me, but he explained
Yes.
that the way you free your own bubble and blessing is to not be angry at somebody else's bubble and blessing, like God was wrong for picking that man. Man, how the fuck this nigga got something? He's a buster, he's a bitch, he's this and that. Hold on. He got what you trying to get. Yeah, but he don't deserve it. He really just a hoe. Or he not gangster, he ain't put in enough work. But God blessed this man to get on though.
Yes.
So the moment that you start wanting to attack him, you find something to fall out with this man about, especially if he's from your neighborhood. The fuck you get on? How you got that car? How you got that house? You know? It's like a hatred. So to have rich friends, for you not to get bugged down to say, man, what the fuck happened to me? You be happy to see them and keep working for yours so that one day you have yours. It might not be the same as theirs. But whatever God got for you, when you receive it, your ass gonna be happy. If you could pay your rent for a year, and this motherfucker got houses, but he got mortgages. He got 5 cars, but he got 5 car notes. Your car is not as good, but it's paid off. Your rent, you don't own this house, but you paid your rent for the rest of 2025. You feeling pretty good with that type of accomplishment.
Yes, sir.
If you grateful. Any man in this room, if your rent was paid for the rest of the year, and your car note and all that was paid, you would feel pretty fucking good. You wouldn't give a shit about this big mansion another motherfucker got.
Hell no.
Oh, he got a deal.
You got
great.
room to work.
Listen, man, my rent paid. Fuck you mean? I ain't got no fucking rent. My rent paid for the rest of 2025. It feels good.
Okay.
So I'm using that as an example for the viewers, so that kind of calms you down. That's achievable for you to get the money to pay your rent up.
I like that, bro.
Even if it's hard for you. This week it was hard. Last month it was hard. But this month, ooh, it look a little better. Oh shit, I got some more clients. They interested in what I'm selling. My product or my service that I'm providing.
Trap flicks.
Trap flicks, man. Fuck it. I'm starting from nothing, man. I gotta dream big. Trap flicks can be big as title. Remember?
It's gonna be big.
Yes. Yes, and I believe that.
Has anyone ever circled back to you and just like, psh, hey dog, this you right here? Or like,
nope,
how does that work?
I haven't felt that. Nope.
No.
Not none of the big dogs. The closest person who did do something like that, Snoop Dogg. Shout out to Snoop Dogg out there. He definitely took care of me on some things that made sure I smiled, you know, that he didn't have to. And he did it. Yep. But that real double back, hey man.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I ain't got to feel that shit. But guess what though?
You gonna do it for yourself.
I gotta keep working hard, man, and believe in God, bro. Like, if without believing in God, this shit hard as hell. To maintain this for 30-something years, JT the Bigga Figga from 1991, yeah, that's me. Fuck, you still going? Yeah, I ain't got my bubble yet. Damn, that's you from 91?
Yeah.
92, that's you, the same JT. Yes. I'm 51, I never been to prison by God's grace. All I know is how to be a square in the independent game. I'm street as ever, but I don't like crime.
Yes.
I like hustle.
Yes, sir.
I like the challenge of figuring out a business plan with no money.
Yes.
The art of creating a transaction out of thin air.
You've seen so many things in your life, bro. And I'm just thinking about this right now because you said I don't like crime. I like to hustle. Like, you know, you legit hustle, right? You know, and so you've been around this game and you've seen all kinds of crazy shit that you couldn't even talk about, man, right?
Yes, bro, yes. The best thing is your God-given talent of something you seen in your head, and then you tell your folk or you network and get it done, and when you see it, it's like, fuck, this feel better than pussy, it feel better than money, it feel better than dope, it feel better than anything. It's like a woman that has a baby, she's proud of her baby, but when she pushing that motherfucker out, she's screaming. It's pain. She's fucking cussing out the baby daddy.
Yeah.
But when that baby come, baby daddy happy, baby mama happy, everybody fucking happy. Because look at this little baby, but after the hard part.
Yes, sir.
That's what I feel like I'm going through. It's like I'm going through.
You pushing out this bag.
I'm pushing out something that has drained my pockets. It's draining my pockets. I'm fucking trying. I'm trying.
Yeah.
But I could feel the birth of this thing of what I was visualizing.
Yes.
That I'm now known as a software executive.
Sheesh.
I'm not a fucking rapper. I'm a software executive now.
Talk about when people talk about reinventing yourself. Like what you talking? Like, I mean, you've already talked about it.
The reinvention is the thought process of understanding the present time that you're in. The reinvention isn't overnight. The reinvention is identifying pieces of your past that can be presented in your present, dressed accordingly to the time that you in. The recreation of yourself is not so much trying to actually recreate yourself, but you creating other aspects of yourself that could be available for this moment. For instance, I used to want to sell tapes and CDs. Now I got fucking merchandise and shirts.
That's
and
you right.
hats.
Oh shit, Trap Flicks. That
Yes.
shit's hard, bro.
Like just making
Yeah.
some shit. Now I made this in 10 minutes downtown in the garment district
Nice.
with the patches that was sitting there, and he had blanks. And I said, you know what? Let me make my own fucking little fit real quick.
Was it called Tackle Twill?
Tackle Twist. Shout out to
Yeah.
them people. How you
Yeah.
know?
I
He
get
knows.
patches there, but I know.
Oh,
it's
okay.
like-
The motherfucker got anything. You can make your own clothing design in 10 minutes and
Yeah.
walk out of there and be like, you know
Wow,
what?
bro.
I feel like I feel great.
I
Right
mean,
now.
it's hard.
that looked like $100 hoodie, easy.
That's what I'm trying to say. So the face right now might not be CDs and tapes, but it could be something that's a product
Yes.
that these hoodies can be probably bought for $15, $17, $12, $9 wholesale.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay, patches going for like $1, 50 cents. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, boom. So you already calculate. I bought this motherfucking hoodie for $9 to $12, and then I'm finna put another maybe $9, $10, $12 into these patches, right?
Yes, sir.
I need 50, 60, 75, 80, $100 for the hoodie.
Yeah.
So now it's a consistency of pushing myself through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever the fuck, and going outside. But I gotta promote this shit to get the money. The vision is that I made one. The real vision, and when I see I got a wall full of these motherfuckers in XXX, XX, XL, medium, small, I got different sizes and maybe even different colors.
Yes, sir.
Now I got something I can fucking make my dream come true and pay my rent for the rest of the year off some fucking clothes.
Yeah.
I don't want to sell dope. I don't want to get 10 pounds. I don't want to have a kilo of heroin. I don't want 2 kilos of fentanyl. I want to use something like this and make the same money. It's motherfuckers right now on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook selling merchandise off some shit that's some simple little clothing
Yes.
that people is buying, and I'm like, I need in on that.
100%.
Yeah.
I need in. And that fucking tackle twill motherfuckers, you walk in there and say, put this on my sleeves real
Yeah.
quick. He pushing shit. He got a machine. And what else you want on there?
Yeah,
shit,
that's
put
hard.
my name on the back right here. Fuck it.
Hell yeah. That's just fly as shit.
So
Let's see the
Trap-
back. What does it say in the back, bro?
San Francisco patch is
Oh,
hard.
Fillmore.
It says Fillmore.
Since 1973, baby.
Damn, that shit's hard.
That's just hard. Let's see the side. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, man. San
Yeah.
Francisco. And I made this in like 10 minutes. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to wear this whenever interviews so I could just show that I'm a creative person too. Fuck it. I mean, I walked in the store. I
Yeah.
picked out my own patches.
Yeah.
I got flames coming down the side. Fuck it.
You
No,
on
it
fire
goes with
now,
it. It
bro.
looks hard.
Yeah. No, it looks good, bro.
I thought about the young people clothing. They be having little fire and teddy bears and dogs and lions and fucking.
Man.
So the concept of the dope game, the concept of struggling, the concept of the dark side of life.
Yeah.
There's a light side that you could apply your same energy, but it's positive, and get the same kind of money.
Did you talk to them? What they say? Sorry, though.
No, it's all good.
Stop, but they-
Huh?
They said they were gonna stop. They're still going.
Oh yeah, it's the hard headedness.
I think they knew right there. They knew right there? Yeah. Tell them again, bro.
Yeah, they probably feeling like.
No, tell them to chill the fuck out. Tell them 30 minutes, bro. 30 minutes and they can go crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you, Nito. Yeah, they knew right there. I mean, this is all studios right here.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
so one day we're gonna get the warehouse.
That's okay.
You feel me? You gonna pull up? You gonna pull up to the warehouse?
I'm
next
ready.
time.
I'm ready.
Sometime soon, near future, right? And,
Yes, yes.
The ultimate man cave. I mean,
Come on.
You know?
The ultimate.
ultimate man cave, dog. You know what I mean,
Come on.
Chinese robots, everything, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I'm gonna have the Chinese robots, dog.
You got to have it. Serving drinks
Serving drinks. That's it.
with AI on them.
Yes.
They talk back and everything.
Yeah.
How are you? Yes, I'm having a bad day. Oh, don't worry, everything's gonna be okay.
Oh yeah, well, bro, it's crazy. Well, let's do that. Let's do that real quick. Let's do that real quick.
Motherfucking
Let's do that in
computer.
real time right now. Let's go to Grok. Grok. Let's go to. No, bro, this is crazy, bro. Let's. Do you mind? You got a few minutes
Come
left?
on,
bro?
do your shit.
Okay,
Do your
let's
shit.
go.
I'm trying to learn.
Yeah, so this is crazy right here, bro. Let me see. Okay, so do we want an assistant? Do we want a storyteller? Do we want a kid's story time? Conspiracy, unhinged. Let's go to unhinged. Or do we want
Unhinged.
sexy? 8. Let's go to unhinged, bro.
Unhinged. That means we can ask him anything.
What's up, you stupid bitch? What's going on?
Hey, Lucky, I'm doing good, you stupid motherfucker.
Hold on.
Oh, the computer's gonna talk to. We gonna hear it.
Yeah, hold on. We're gonna have a conversation right now with this.
Oh shit.
How are you doing? Let me see.
Hey, yeah, I'm doing good. I heard you're high as fuck over there in East LA.
Oh shit.
Come on, bro. Stop fucking around. Hey, what's going on? Let's see. Let's see who it does. I was having a conversation. I'm hooked up to the shit right here, so share conversation.
The fucking computer AI, man, is fucking
No.
talking.
Oh my god, let me tell you, AI is the greatest tool, one of the greatest tools a human could really get on right now. Let me
Why
tell
did you say that about me? The computer when you talk like that? What did you mean by that? I'm like, wait a minute, this motherfucker sound like an auntie for real.
JT, have you heard of vibe coding?
Hello.
Vibe coding is where you use AI to code an app for you, and it does it instantly, 30 seconds.
Fucking whole app.
You gotta download Cursor.
Oh wow.
On the cheeks, you know? What's your deal? You sounding like you just stumble out of some bitch ass void?
Hold on.
Yeah, we just heard her right now.
Hold on. Let me put it on
She
here.
don't give a damn.
No, so this is the unhinged. What happened with them, dog? They ain't.
They're not listening. Homie already told them.
What kind of dudes are over there?
White guys.
Rocker foos.
Come on, man. Eyeliner and lipstick.
Highlighter and lips.
So what do they do when you tell them to shut? You chill
So
them.
it makes just give it 30 minutes. All right. And then keep going. See,
It's all good. It's all good right here.
Usually they're real respectful right here, but these dudes just moved in. They might need their ass whipped or something.
Allegedly.
Lucky's getting busted for a federal indictment. I mean, threatening the neighbors.
What did you see that video of Blueface where he was on that level 3 yard talking about?
It's pretty cool, man. I seen that. I think it's inside between the lines or something like that.
Yeah.
They ran up on that yard, but Blueface was like, man, I ain't on no 50-50 yard. You know what I mean? I'm right here in GP. And I think the dude Blueface, when he gets out, and he said they asked him what has he learned? What has he learned? What did Blueface learn in there? And he said that he's learned to just kind of like be patient. Oh, this shit's still going off, bro. To be patient and some other shit. But I believe when the dude gets out, bro, he's gonna probably put out some good music, bro. Because I've never was a fan of his music before, but I think this little trip right here of going to prison could potentially give him a different mindset to have a different approach in the music game.
And you don't got to shoot at people right now. Like no matter what happened, because I think shooting at the dude is what made the judge be like, all right, you could have got away with this, but we got you shooting at the fucking guy in front of
Oh, with the city got busted with or
I
something?
thought this what this was about.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
because he
no.
went to jail because he
Yeah.
was like assaulted that one dude.
Shooting a dude at a club or
Yeah,
something.
outside the club, they have it on video.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about, or what he's talking about, is they just did. There's a what do you call it? A company called Inside the Lines or something like that, or Between the Lines, and they go to prisons. And so they went to the prison in Lancaster where Blueface is at, and they interviewed him on the yard, bro. You know what I mean? And so he just like he seemed pretty cool and you know, it seemed like he seemed real level headed in the conversation.
He got
They
a
had
whole opportunity. He definitely need to think
yeah.
like he's learning from this for sure. Like, boy, you don't got to be in there like them other guys. You done made it out this shit. You need to focus on your career.
Sometimes, I mean, I hate to say it, bro, but sometimes prison is necessary for some individuals. You know what I mean? Sometimes.
If you wild like that, 'cause
Yeah.
he was showing some wildness.
Yeah, because you know what I mean? I've been a few times and I needed a timeout, and by the grace of God, you know what I mean? I was able to get out. You know what I mean? Some dudes don't get out, you know what I mean? But you know, like the homie said, like, you know what I mean? Well, he didn't say that, but I'll say this: crime doesn't pay, man. You know, it's 2025, man. You sitting in jail, bro, it's just like, it's like an old school thing, bro. You know, in a way, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
to me it is, bro. When I'm like,
Badge of
damn.
honor.
Seems like an evolutionary thing.
Well,
badge of
It's
honor.
always been a badge of honor, but how big of a badge of honor is it in today in this informational age where people are very smart, they're intelligent, bro, and they know that, hey, bro, that's kind of stupid, bro. You guys are sitting in jail doing what with your life?
Yeah.
Nothing. For what? What got you there? For nothing. I mean, shitty things happen to shitty people. There was a lot of point in my life when I was doing some shitty shit, dog. You know, I was a shitty person, so shitty things happen to me.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's how you end up in jail, bro. I mean, it's not necessarily being all gangster. Nah, dog, you're doing some shitty stuff, bro. You know what I mean? In real life,
It's pretty shitty.
It's kind of shitty, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like you're in there for drugs. Oh shit, you know what I mean? You contributing to people's fucking overdoses, or you know what I mean? Not that that's your intention. Your intention is to get money, but I mean, I kind of look at life a little bit different these days, dog. Damn. I know I'm letting some of you guys down right now, dog.
A friend of mine told me the benefits of selling fentanyl is that you can become a great marijuana dispensary from the proceeds.
Funding the dispensary with fentanyl.
Fentanyl could fund marijuana because the guys, he made so much money off fentanyl. Now marijuana, that's what dropped the prices. I was telling my partner, I say, I thought the marijuana business is supposed to help you. Why are the people that seem like they're in the marijuana business, like they mad or they angry or they, what happened? Like somebody fucked our money out. Yeah. And me coming and not living in California for so long, when I left, I remember the excitement of people having marijuana license to be illegal, like, you know, legal.
Yeah.
You really doing this shit. It's legal.
It's crazy to see that.
Now, a few years later, it seems like, man, this shit ain't working. The price, the fucking game ain't the same.
The
JT.
taxes are too high, you know. California doesn't give that many license to be white market. So fortunately, it feeds the black market.
Well, Texas just, I believe, the government, the state of Texas just banned all THC, everything.
And CBD?
And CBD,
Let me look,
everything.
They don't want no parts.
They don't want nothing of that. Bro, that's money, bro. Why don't you want that? I mean, fucking tax it.
Well, that's like the problem with California.
Well,
It's
look-
like they're taxing so high.
Look
It's
it up real quick and see if that's
look.
correct. Because I could have sworn I read that and I sent it to my
Does
one
that
of my
mean that
boys.
they want everybody who riding through Texas getting caught with that little blunt is the case? If they ban it all, so even the smoking a blunt is.
Yeah. I mean, if it's deemed
If
illegal,
it's legal, the whole thing is
Yeah, there's gonna be, and so what do we, bro? That's fucked up, bro. This is 2025. Come on. And I always thought, like, if I ever moved anywhere, bro, I'd move to Texas, dog. You know what I mean? I don't know why a lot of us California people think that on this side.
I think because it's a big ass state.
Well, you know, and then you think about the open land and the country and stuff like that. You know,
I think that's why.
And this is the opposite of the city life, right?
Yeah.
And well, then speaking about this country life, I seen a post of you, and you were in the country. I mean, do you?
I bought 25 acres.
You bought 25 acres.
I bought 25 acres for pennies on the dollar.
Okay.
Now, only down south can you find a lot of acres.
Yeah.
I said, I want to grow food. I see these guys on these people call themselves preppers and homesteaders and all this shit, and I'm seeing them with goats and cows and chicken eggs, fucking water wells, watermelon, potatoes, beans, onions, honeybees making honey, and everything they're doing, it got something to do with food. It got something to do like, oh yeah, when everybody's going crazy in the city, me and my family, we're gonna live here and we can still eat dinner every night and we can still, I say, you know what? When I lived in Africa, the people who lived in situations that look like villages, right? But they was able to grow food and eat. They knew how many chicken eggs would come every week based on these chickens right here. They knew how many months it'd be before they could eat one of their sheep. They knew how long it'd take before they could eat some of their chickens.
Yeah.
It's all timed in the system, right? So I didn't master the system. I just watched them over the 3 years, how there's a system. In January, we planting this. By this time, they're coming out. Okay, by this month, we got to put these seeds in. On this month, we putting these seeds in. Now, all these different vegetables and fruits is coming back at their own time of full development, so now they're able to get the fucking food. But if you don't plant, like right now it's watermelon season. whoever been planting their seeds supposed to start it sometime in the beginning of this month. I think it's 60 days or something like that.
Yeah.
Now you got watermelons. Watermelons going for $20 if it got the black seeds right now. Watermelon is about to be more valuable than the eighth of marijuana in a minute. The real watermelon like this, and you cut it with the black seeds in it.
But why do they want the black seeds? Wouldn't the seedless be more
The
expensive?
seedless is
GMO.
GMO. The fucking taste ain't the same.
Yeah,
What
the
do you mean
seedless is
GMO?
GMO.
What
It's
does that mean?
a genetically modified
Yeah.
organism.
Oh,
So
it's
if
not
you
a
buy
real.
watermelon,
They don't make seedless watermelons
They don't
in
make
the ground?
They not selling watermelons with seeds anymore. They're selling watermelon with no seeds. So those who still got the black seed, $20 because it tastes better, it's sweet, and it's the real fucking thing.
Yeah, it's technically better for
bro.
you.
Seedless
Seedless water.
bitch, homie.
Seedless watermelon.
My
You got one of
partner
those?
Grant,
like,
he
damn,
just
this
planted 300 fucking watermelons. He just planted 300 seeds because the fucking people with the seeds in them, $20 for a healthy watermelon, the healthy, a healthy looking good one, $20.
Yeah.
A watermelon
I
will
know
be
that.
have the value of marijuana that they selling 3.5 for $15 and $20 right now in certain places.
Damn, dog. That's crazy.
And that's what's happening.
So is that what you're doing?
I'm trying to definitely have watermelons and beans and carrots and onions and
Homesteading. That's gonna be
I
cool.
want to be a homesteader. I seen it on fucking TV and YouTube. Now listen,
Yeah, it's super popular
Africa
right now.
made me know that this is a way of life to save your family in times of trouble.
Yes.
So
Damn.
being away from the city is going to save your family in a time of trouble, whether it's your grandmother's property, your auntie, your brother, your cousin. But if you don't have nobody to go to, then you will be finding whatever open space you could find. But me thinking, I just lived in California paying $4,000 a month for just rent. That didn't make, $3,600 to $4,000 over 12 months. And I'm looking at the money, how it's leaving. I'm like, I can't afford this shit no more. I don't like this. HOA fee, electric fee, garbage fees, all these different fees. I don't fucking own the house. Why am I paying for all these different fees? So I said, as soon as I get some money, I'm buying me some acres. And for all last year, the end of the year, I was watching these fucking things called prepper channels and homesteaders and motherfuckers making fires and campsites and purifying lake water and doing shit to survive. And I thought that I should be promoting that on my channel. I said, I want to be like a black prepper type dude.
That's sick. That's
With a
interesting as fuck.
fucking, how to turn this tree into something I could live from.
Yeah.
Or how to make medicine from these 5 bushes right here. I'm finna put these 10 leaves together. I'm finna goddamn heal myself.
Yeah.
The prepper people is talking about what plants they gotta mix to make antibiotics, and if your tooth is hurting, how to put this, and if your wife need this, or if your kids need this. And that's something that I know it sounds crazy, but I want to
really
be
real.
like a prepper, bro. Like that sound like the end of the world type of situation, And people say, "Well, I believe in God, or I believe in Jesus, I believe in Allah or Muhammad." That's all fine, but all of those people will still want you to start preparing for yourself. But if you got a family,
I mean,
nothing falling out the sky to help you and your family.
I mean, how many people believed in God, but God only told Noah about the ark?
I think he told Noah to tell everybody, and they was like, "Well, we don't want to hear from you, Noah. Where's God at?"
That's true too.
Because a regular person talking like me talking on this live right here, they probably like, "Man, who the fuck is this guy? He's just fucking just saying anything." But actually, I'm not. I'm speaking on something that's happening in America. There's groups of people who are preparing to survive something that most of us probably don't know exactly what it's going to be.
Yeah, and I know a lot of them go by homesteaders, but some of them are low-key preppers.
Because it's a little different.
Yeah, there's a difference.
The preppers are the dudes that got they dig in the shit and the shit.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
They got
Underneath
they
the
got
ground.
the bunkers and stuff, bro.
Yeah.
A bunker, okay.
Yeah.
I want a bunker.
And I'm not trying to be rude, bro, but I want to show you a picture I'm looking for right now, bro. But you guys go ahead, man. That shit's...
JT.
I want a
Bro,
bunker.
that shit's super interesting, and you know who's gonna love that content? Snoop. I can see Snoop just watching that shit like, look at this motherfucker right here.
Come on.
Bro, that shit's super interesting, dog. It's super interesting. Bro, I go down rabbit holes sometimes, and I got, like, stuff that you're foreign to is dumb interesting, right? Like the life, the country life, right? Good city guys, you know what I mean? But I was tripping on, just back to the CDO, the truck driving. There's dudes that vlog their truck driving shit. You know
They
what I mean?
get paid for that too.
Yeah, and no, but it's interesting, bro. And they got different kinds of things going on in their truck, and you're like, all right, dog. He's like, yeah, this trip I got this to eat, and you're like, all right, what do you got to eat? You know what I mean?
He's like about to rub one off right now.
And you tuning in to
Tuning in, bro, and by accident. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Let's see
bro.
when I'm stuck. You know what I mean? I'm
Yes,
like, well, I'm
bro.
gonna watch the next one.
Then now you're in a truck driver simulator, dude.
Yes.
Living it up. JT, I gotta ask you, Kanye West. And recently he's been going a little off the rails. I mean, for 5 weeks, on his X account, and he recently just dropped an album fully on X, and no other
release?
streamers. Yeah, he released an album only on X.
What?
Yeah, you can only get it if you have an X account, really, because he was talking about how.
Spotify and them playing him out his royalty rate.
Well, he
yeah,
said you
for
have
sure.
to pay to really get your first week numbers, and how you have to bundle all this BS, how it is now, and how artists shouldn't be paying to have their music.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like the cuts. I mean, you've been in the music industry so long. I mean,
Yes.
Kanye West, you've seen as he beat 50 Cent in the next wave of hip hop artists. I mean, how have you seen? What are your thoughts about Kanye, really, and where he's at now?
I think, first of all, he's happy to be a billionaire again.
Yes.
And I think when you lose your billions for talking shit and get them back,
Yeah.
you're going to talk more shit. I think
Yeah, 100%.
for some reason, I think he feel more untouchable, is that probably the word, or more invincible,
Yeah.
because he got his billions back.
Yeah.
And like when you get some billions, it makes you do shit, bro. Like I ain't never had no billions, but I'm just thinking in my mind, what would make him say all this wild stuff?
Yeah, put up the Nazi
You
shirts
about
on.
to about to start a fucking war, damn near. I mean, he got a big voice.
He does.
But he's just doling it down, though, bro. He's watering the shit down, bro. With, you know what I mean, by this doing too much.
He's doing the hate part. I don't agree with that. Like
I don't either,
He's
bro.
trolling a certain group of individuals.
that's what he's doing, bro. It got
And
to
he
be
does it.
something.
He's trolling.
But he's doing too much in the trolling right now, because now he's got Jay-Z and Beyonce pissed off, and now he's trying to troll Kendrick Lamar, bro. Like, man,
he definitely.
I'd love to Kendrick Lamar to drop one on him, bro. It'd be devastation, bro. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's what he wants.
That's what he wants. That's what he's
He
trying
wants
to do.
somebody. He wants Jay-Z to
He wants
sue
the attention,
him, or
yeah.
he wants Jay-Z to sue him, or
Unless-
Kendrick to make a diss
Okay, so
track.
the Jay-Z thing's really interesting, right? So he says that their children allegedly have some sort of defects because they're artificially inseminated,
Oh
essentially.
my goodness.
Yeah, bro.
Some sort of deformities or some sort of issues.
Little
in their
Little
health.
North.
Beautiful kids, bro.
No. That Jay-Z's twins.
Oh, he got
allegedly.
twins.
Yes, he said, why don't you
Where's
see
the twins
the
from? Where?
Exactly. That's
From
what Kanye
Beyonce?
said. Yes.
Beyonce, yeah.
Beyonce got twins.
Yes,
Yeah,
from
but
Jay-Z,
she
but they're
didn't- she
artificial,
didn't-
or they were
she didn't
artificially
birth them, right?
inseminated. Yeah,
She
she
didn't
didn't birth
birth
them.
them.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
didn't birth them,
So what Kanye was?
What?
So this
I
what
didn't hear about
so this is what Kanye
Some
alleges.
kids that was like
So-
computer chips. Or something?
No, Kanye says you never see allegedly Jay-Z and Beyonce's twins, and he says it's because that they have some developmental issues.
Oh, he called.
That's what he says. That's what he alleges, and
I think-
the Carters are debating whether to file a lawsuit.
I think
against
if
him.
it's true, they're gonna sue him. If it's not true, they're not gonna sue him. Because that's revealing something that they don't want out there. If they hiding them baby pictures, then it could be something like that. The babies probably don't look the same.
If you ever see this dude pop up on you at the airport or something, take a picture of you. He works for TMZ too, bro.
Is that right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he works for TMZ, dog.
So you got full access to know who's coming and who's going at that airport.
Yeah, he does. He gets what do you get memoed every
I'm really part of the. It's actually a different organization. It's a TMZ terrorist group. So
Oh,
we actually
my
watch
goodness.
LAX.
terrorist
shit.
group. Okay. Yeah, it's another way of looking at it. You know what I mean? I'm sure your boss is gonna like when you just said that right now loud on live on Hoodstocks.
It's all good.
Yeah. But anyways, brother, man, we can run for hours with you in the sense of who JT, the Bigga Figga is, I mean, and everything that you're doing, man. But what I'd like to highlight, man, it's good that you're still going and doing, because people say, man, it's all about the journey, right?
Journey, man, is important, bro. The journey come with pain, though, bro. I ain't finna sit here and lie. There's moments of pain that can turn you back or turn you into darkness. The darkness is saying, fuck it, whatever I've been working on, whatever I've been trying to do, fuck that shit. I'm about to do whatever I can do now. What looks cool right now. Something that's against my religion or my principles or my faith or my family or my culture. But for the money, I'm finna do it, man. I'm about tired of this waiting. I want to get my Master P money. It's time, and I'm ready to do anything for it. That's something you got to fight to not fucking let happen, because there will be some offers and moments of some dark interaction that can get you some money, but are you going to be happy with what come with this shit? And over these 30-something years, I could say many things have been presented, and I wanted to take some of those opportunities, but I always feared making a mistake after so many years of being independent, and maybe I never got the big shine, but I maintain my ownership, I maintain who I am. You know, I enjoy creating whatever it is that has the value, so that is all wins to me. But the frustration of not hitting for them big M's,
yes,
like I've seen, like guys like NBA Youngboy, okay, fucking kid come out of nowhere, all right, we got a little baby, another, that, you know, I'm not counting their pockets. I'm looking at success and accessibility of funds from a product that I create too. But when I look at them, that's new generation. The newer generation has more access to more millions easierly than what we had coming up. TikTok check could be worth $1 million, $2, $3 million. One TikTok check from a person like Lil Baby.
Yes, sir.
Or NBA Youngboy.
Yeah.
An Instagram check could be worth 1.7 million, 8, 9 million. A YouTube check could be worth just one check from one of these things. Your ex Twitter account could be worth X amount of dollars. Some people monetize their Twitter.
Yeah.
If Kanye West released some content through Twitter with monetization on, there's going to be a check, and then I'm sure Elon Musk, they probably already talked about it. It probably got some money up front from Elon, like, look, release your shit on here.
Yeah.
So these are the elements of the new generation that they got more access to close deals for simple shit. Because all it is how well does your manager work. He can call this company, when you hot, you can name can name the deal. You could create a deal out of no deal.
Yeah, you are the deal.
You are the deal. Yes. All right, look, they need you to say these words for the Wooty Bam Boom Boom. Big money. Yeah. All right, we want you to post this on your Instagram right here. Boom Boom, big money.
Sheesh.
Put this in your storyline. 1.7 million.
Levels.
Come on, levels to this shit.
Yes, levels. And you know what? As you're kind of like naming some of these names, and just potentially what they could be, the residuals are the kickback of the monetization. I mean, I think about some of my monetization, and I'm just like, all right, that's a couple $100, a few $100 here and there. Like if it's TikTok or if it's I mean, a couple months ago, I got $1,000 check from TikTok, and I was like, that's cool, man. I like that. You know what I mean? And then the Meta, you know what I mean, taps in with me every month too, and to be getting those checks on those lower levels. But imagine these guys, bro.
Yes.
Like, God damn it, man, it's monetization. Sleeping and making money, bro. That's where it's at, right?
That's why the guy Charleston White don't mind saying anything of evilness, because they're guaranteed to bring a big check. The more evil,
yes,
the more demonic,
yes,
the bigger the pay.
Yes.
Yes, something evil, demonic, wicked. Fuck the kids, fuck the mama, fuck the daddy, fuck everybody.
Yeah.
God want them to die. God, what the fuck? Your ass has got to be with the devil, because you so comfortable saying it, but there's a payment for everything that is crazily.
Yeah.
He got it. Fuck Nipsey and fuck his kid and fuck his baby mama.
Yeah.
Damn. You know, those type of things is the thing that I was speaking on about your own heart, that there's things that will come.
Yeah.
That mic can give you that. But at the end of the day, if something very terrible happened to Charleston White from a random fan somewhere that about sick and tired of that shit, one of them crazy fans that would do something physically,
Yes, sir.
we all would say, well, he asked for it.
Yeah.
And then if you asking him right now, man, I'm getting paid right now. Nigga, I got dollars. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. I snitch, I tell, I kill, I goddamn anything. I don't give a fuck. I got the money.
And that is the true definition of what's going on right now.
I think that's, because he did say that. Man, I don't care. I tell, I steal, I kill, I do anything. As long as I get this money. As long as I'm getting the money, because that's what y'all want. Y'all mad that I found out how to get the money by saying, fuck all y'all. And he's telling the people this.
Yeah.
But I just want to throw that out there.
What do you think of his intellectual level? Like that dude
I
you're
think
talking
he's smart and intellectual, and I think that he knew this is my lane. I'm gonna be the snitch, goddamn shit talking black activism, rat, whatever the fuck, all in one. Because he'll say shit that they put the slow music behind it, and it sound like it's so heartfelt and goddamn, this is the smartest moment. Then the next one, fuck your mama, fuck your kids, fuck your.
I wonder what he did before that. You know what I mean? Just like his day job, bro. You know?
I think he was a community activist.
Oh,
I think
was he?
Yes, I believe so. He had something to do with the community. Going to speak at City Hall, getting a stipend, go speak to the kids, get a little budget, you know, that type of shit. But this street shit, it turned out better for him.
And then you got the flip side, or I mean the flip side of the coin. You got like a 50 Cent, right? You know what I mean? You know, and 50 Cent see a big, you know, monetization check too. You know, from
he won.
These posts.
He won,
and just going in on some of his, you know, some of the
50
brothers.
Cent
and
won.
stuff.
Now he won all the way around the board. He survived a lot of beefs. He survived the streets. You know,
I mean, he's really talking the shit because he's been through this shit.
And there's things that's painful that has probably impacted 50. That's pain that people did to him.
Yeah.
Now, even though you would say, "Oh, well, you rich now and you famous now," man, fuck that. I'm still mad about some shit. Like I think he represents that side of the hood.
Like,
that's like, man, I
really
don't care.
dude.
I'm rich, but I still take your ass out, or I'm still mad at you about what you did.
Yeah.
You know, like Irv Gotti finna die. He like, yeah, motherfucker, goddamn it, get your ass on up out of here. You feel me?
That's crazy, bro.
But the shit Gotti did to him while he was alive, that's the other part that people didn't. When they highlighted what Gotti did to him, it made more sense why he like, fuck Gotti, goddamn it.
I never got the full story in that, bro. I'm gonna have to look it up and shit, dog.
Yes, when I seen the shit that Gotti said it, I was doing that. I was.
Okay.
I want to see him. I didn't want to see him get on in no form or fashion. I want to hold this motherfucker back.
Okay.
And then he gets fucking picked up by Dr. Dre and M, and that just, you know, and then it shut him down. They did the Kendrick Lamar.
What he did to Drake.
And they was Drake.
To the what was it? The
Murder Inc.
Murder Inc.
Murder Inc. was powerful like Drake.
Yeah.
Unstoppable.
Yeah.
Okay. And then here come this nigga named 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Like Kendrick Lamar. And he spanked their ass. That's it. And then he started singing. I went to candy shop. Nigga, fuck it. Wait a minute. Didn't you just say, yeah, nah, I can do it. And the hoes loving me. And that's shit. It worked. That's a mastermind, chest moving motherfucker right there. Shout out to 50 Cent.
You know, anytime I see a 50 Cent interview, bro, I'll peep it because the dude always drops gems, man. Real shit. The dude,
if you type in JT the Bigga Figga and 50 Cent, you'll hear a cold interview between me and him.
Oh, real shit?
Crazy game.
How long ago was that?
That was in 2006, 7.
Damn. That was back
He
in.
give me the $1 million game right there on the spot.
That's when he was like going, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
That's when the Get Rich Die Trying.
All of that.
Okay.
Yes, and then what's the other one though?
Massacre.
No, the one with the G Unit. This was the G.
Oh, G Unit.
Yes,
and that shit was hard as shit too. Yeah.
And,
Lloyd Banks.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
So when I say type that in, you will hear an authentic conversation between two guys, and what he's telling me, he's absolutely did.
Yeah.
He achieved it. He told me about what he was gonna do. He told me about buying Mike Tyson house, and then he did it.
Yeah.
He was telling me about how the guys get the money and they do X, Y, and Z and they not using their money to fucking try to take flight. He said when I got my first big money, I bought my trademark for G-Unit, first of all, for $100 and something thousand worldwide trademark for G-Unit. Then from there, he closed the deal with G-Unit clothing and G-Unit shoes and G-Unit fucking waters and juices and juices and berries and fucking vitamins and
He was killing it with them clothes, bro. Them
shout out
clothes
to 50
popping, bro.
Cent. He got the vitamins, he got the bottled water, he got the workout sweatpants, he got the sweatsuit, he got the
was hard.
shoes,
But
and he got the hat.
No, he was doing it, but he wasn't doing it like Master P though. Master P had the motherfucking
Yeah.
He had the cereal, he had the macaroni.
Damn it,
He had
Pete,
the
what's
chips,
happening,
bro.
Pete, man? Master P, man, what the fuck going on, man? Where the cereal at, man? What happened to the Snoop Dogg cereal, man?
Right?
That was big.
Yeah.
I see the mashed potatoes. He got mashed potatoes.
The mashed potatoes. That's what I think I was talking about. Yeah.
He got couple noodles. He got potato chips. Everything that's bad for your health.
Yeah.
Nah,
But-
I'm talking shit, P. We love you, man.
Well, shit, the
he's
other-
smart
I'm just
because
talking
it's
shit.
the demographic that's gonna buy these, bro. Right?
Demographic, the young people will buy chips and cup of noodles for sure. Now,
Yes.
mashed potatoes, I'm not certain.
Okay.
But
True
the
that.
cup of noodles
Yeah.
and potato chips, I think is worth millions and billions of dollars.
100%.
Yeah, of course.
Like
And
potato chips,
Yeah.
sour
huge.
cream.
So why not get in that
hickory.
if your own people are buying it? Why not? You know, why wouldn't they
I
not
think
support
they
you?
tried to railroad them.
Yeah, 100%.
I think
yeah.
I think when he said that
The
that
trap
he went
snacks,
to
right?
all well, I'm not sure. It was the Snoop cereal that he first recognized that they had to deal with Walmart,
Yeah.
and then he was sending his secret team to the Walmarts to see if they on the shelf.
Yeah.
And then they found out all his shit in the back of the damn. That was cold. So I think he
Well,
sued
yeah,
him.
because you have to pay extra to also put
You-
on whatever
to be on
shelf
the front. Yes.
in Walmart. Yeah.
Yes,
like
they
what-
charge money from the people whose stuff that's being sold.
The eye level shelf is like the highest price.
You
know,
got
I
to
don't
pay
know.
for that. You
Yeah.
want to go where the Skittles at and be with the goddamn Fruit
Yeah.
Loops.
Be where people's eyes are always. So your product's always in
Fruit
their view.
Loops and
All Kellogg, all
what's
you
that?
know,
The Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes,
Frosted Flakes
Lucky
and Fruit
Charms,
Loops.
tricks are for kids.
They want top dollar to be there. Now you could
Yeah.
be down here at the Walmart type of cereals down here.
Yeah,
that-
but you won't see it unless you're
yeah,
looking at
you're
your
right.
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's what's the brand that was putting out Snoop Dogg's clothes, bro? Or a lot of Snoop Dogg's clothes? It's fuck, I
That I
forget the
don't
name.
know if the-
But it's in Walmart now, dog. And it's
It's selling.
selling, bro. It's selling big time. And it was an expensive brand that when you go to the website.
Levi's.
No, it wasn't Levi's, bro. Something else. It's
Maybe-
it's a fucking it's a t-shirt brand, bro. That started
Pro
doing,
Club.
They started doing the death row stuff for fucking for Snoop. A lot of death row shirts.
Pro West.
You know what I'm talking about, Casey?
I don't know. I'm looking right now.
Okay, he's looking right now. He's gonna grab it right now. It's not that. It's not that. But anyways, they're in Walmart now, so Walmart's
Whoever
a big.
getting in Walmart, Shaquille O'Neal said he making big money off selling shoes for $20 and not
Remember that shit?
$200. So
That's
he
crazy,
like
huh?
he said he can make more money off selling shoes, cheap shoes, than big time shoes.
Well, he's probably one of the better businessmen in regards to like veteran NBA players. He's got so many businesses. It's crazy,
Is
bro.
it Poetic
Oh, my-
Brands?
No, I think
Magic Johnson did good too,
look
though.
up Death Row clothing.
That's what I'm looking up.
Okay, Death Row clothing, and we'll show it to you right now. I'll tell you the brand right now. Fuck, dog, I buy it too. I used to
It's
buy
not
it.
Dog Supply. That's his own.
The Dog Supply.
T-shirt. Look it up right there. Death Row T-shirts, and it's gonna. It's not.
Oh, is it Crooks and Castles?
yes, Crooks and
Holy
Castles.
shit, Crooks
Thank
and
you.
Castles makes
of a
the
bitch.
Death Row shit? Wow.
Yeah, Crooks and Castles. You heard of Crooks and Castles before, and now Crooks and Castles.
So they in
is
Walmart.
now, bro.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's
Remember,
hard.
Like,
Dude,
is that a hard brand?
Crooks and Castles, yeah, it was like
Yeah.
one of the OG street brands coming out like 2008, 2009, 2011, 2012.
Yes.
Really pumping hard.
Bro, I used to buy Crooks and Castles shit because they got that crazy mask that looks almost
I
like
remember
a Versace
Crooks
mask.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Castle. I had
Yeah.
the hoodie. I had their hoodie
Yeah, and now you can get it at Walmart.
Damn, that's sick.
for pennies on
That's
the
a
dollar.
great deal. though. That's a great deal.
I got
man.
myself a pair of pajamas, dog. I wasn't fucking
Crooks and
around.
Castle pajamas?
No, I'm just fucking with you,
I was
dog.
like, that's
but I was
sick.
looking at them, dog. I mean, I might get them, dog. Walmart, bro. I mean, sometimes I think about it and I have these conversations with the homie. You know, you smoke the weed and shit. Be like, hey, dog. Hey, you know what I mean? If you had to buy your shit from one spot, where would you buy it from? And everyone's like, Walmart, dog. You know what I mean?
Walmart.
Like Walmart, they got good clothes, bro.
I bought some clothes from Walmart to help me save money, and I realized I could survive off Walmart clothes because I realized that I didn't give a fuck what nobody said. It was the fact that I was comfortable, and I didn't spend a lot of money. I bought some jeans called Wranglers, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wore them motherfuckers for weeks. Wrangler jeans, and they got the Dickies or the Ben Davis.
I'm wearing the underwear Wranglers. Right
Come
now,
on,
though.
man. Shit.
Well, matter of fact, no, they're called Stranglers.
Stranglers. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Dumb joke. My bad.
Hey. One
What
thing.
are they? Tantarans or what?
You can survive off Walmart clothes, I believe,
100%.
and they have some different varieties in different seasons. For all of those out there who feel embarrassed, do like JT the Bigga Figga. When your money get low, don't be scared to shop at Walmart.
Yeah.
Shoes, socks, drawers, pants, everything, whole fit. Because I realized, why should I feel bad that I can't go shop over there when I can find me a nice fit right fucking here at Walmart? I'm talking about black jeans, jeans, blue denim. Okay, I'm talking about cut. I'm talking about button up Ben Davis or Dickies.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm talking about keeping the low overhead with the shoes.
Still look fresh.
Shirt shoes, tennis shoes, work shoes.
I ain't fucking with the shoes, but I'll fuck with the clothes.
They got the
But
orthopedic
I had to
pros.
do that from time to time.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm only sharing it, and I'm embarrassed, but I'm actually not embarrassed anymore because now that the cat's out the bag,
So
I broke that news right here.
On Hoodstock. So there's a point in time in your legendary career
Yes.
that when you're around all these rich people, you were going to Walmart to buy your clothes.
I would go to Walmart to save a ton of money and feel comfortable in my skin and the happiness of knowing I still have a few dollars left.
Okay.
It's the thought process of knowing there's still a few dollars
But you can
left.
like you said, brother, you can still look super sharp in some Walmart clothes,
The
bro.
Walmart clothes isn't as bad as the community would like to portray.
Yes.
Oh, you wearing Walmart clothes. No, motherfucker. The clothes at Walmart are very tangible to the approach of your daily living. You don't have to go to the biggest party in the Walmart clothes.
Yeah, you're not going to party
This is
every
daily
day.
living. See, this
Yeah.
is daily living.
Yeah.
Take my children there. Get your shoes, goddammit. Pick something out. Get your outfit. Everybody's shopping at Walmart. We going to Walmart. This is a family man that is in the new America of everything overpriced. The budget of the family man is leaving. Your wife, your children. Like, this is real life. So I never had a problem with sharing with the community that we're going to shop at fucking Walmart from dinner to clothing, everything. We getting entertainment. It's all coming. Everything is coming from Walmart. Now,
Well, you can never lose with like work clothes. You know what I mean? Because work clothes
You
are plain
can't,
clothes,
bro.
Yeah, because some of it's work clothes, and they got a variety. You can get yourself some your Lakers t-shirts.
you
there,
can
bro.
get something there that
Dodgers
can
shit,
work
bro.
for you. You can get
100%.
something, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
San Francisco. You know what I mean?
the reason I want to put this on your podcast because for someone who's going through it right now, I don't want you to fucking feel bad because you got to shop at Walmart. I want you to embrace that shit like me. Baby mama, wifey, kids, me, we shop right here. And over time, you can bounce back, and now you can go to Nordstrom's. Or what's another one? The Baldwin Hills Mall.
Yeah.
What's the malls out here?
I don't know.
Westfield.
Century City over here.
Century City. You can go there after you save your money and build up business.
Well,
bro.
Casey shops at Fashion 21.
Fashion 21.
Forever 21 is now
Forever
going
21.
out of
Forever.
business, so now I can't buy clothes anymore. They're going out of
Buy-
business.
You
for
go,
the
you
second
buy your
time.
stuff over there.
Yeah, that's what he
you
shops.
can't do that, bro.
I actually been recently shopping at Baby Gap.
Baby Gap for kids. Oh nah, see, now they playing. Hey, don't believe these dudes right here, man. Nothing of anything of their clothing. They're not telling the truth. They're not telling the truth. But one thing I can say though, bro, we in the time that we all need to figure out the simplicity of not feeling bad about what you don't have. If you can overcome those thought processes, you'll be more comfortable, you'll be more happy people. And just let's thank God for what we do got. And we can't keep up with everybody else. That's part of the problem, want to keep up. Fuck that shit. Do like JT, man. We gonna be happy with what we got.
Let's go.
Let's go. Everybody give it up for JT, the Bigga Figga. Hey, my dog, let everybody know how they can support you. Thank you so much, my boy. I appreciate you.
I appreciate
this
you
has been
too,
an
bro.
absolute blessing.
You know, I had fun with you, bro. I promise you, we had a good time over here.
100%, brother. No, bro. 100%.
Nah, real shit. No cut on it, no extras, just genuine.
Yes,
like I
sir.
said from the beginning.
Easy work.
I think if y'all want to support me, bro, y'all can download my app. It's called Trapflix, Trapflix. Trapflix. It's on Android, it's on iPhone, and it's trapflix.com. Just download it and watch one of the films, man. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, JT the Bigga Figga. You can follow me on Trapflix, on YouTube. And I appreciate being here, man. Hood Stocks, man. Much love, bro.
Love, brother, love. I had a good time, bro.
Yes,
I had
sir.
a good time, and this was like these podcasts like this, bro. Easy work. You know what I mean?
Easy work.
When you got a bro like this, a legend, icon, San Francisco, stand the fuck up. Bay Area, stand the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Northern
sir.
California, stand up, love, respect. You know what to do right here. Nobody who banging around this bitch, dog. You know what I mean? We show love to get love. You feel what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right.
You know, and that's how we do this right here. But man, absolute great conversation.
Great conversation,
Enjoyed my
bro.
Saturday with you,
All
brother.
right.